Hello.
Hello. We're ready to go.
Well, I messed up the last opening, so I figured I might as well mess up this one.
Attempt number 2. How's everybody doing? All good?
Good.
Yeah. Fantastic. I realised last time, but then forgot to say, that we are now official quarter centurions of this, which is quite cool. 25 episodes. This is number 26.
This is exciting.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Only one death, proper.
Only one proper death,
You know what I find very interesting about the term centurion? It was a leader of 80 men, not 100. Where did we get that from?
The more you know.
What did the Romans give us, eh?
Straight roads.
Aqueducts.
A ton of things, really.
It's safe
to
at
an American
night.
audience, watch Monty Python, it's great. Right.
To the British audience, rewatch Monty Python.
Yeah.
Last time, the party solved and fled the Clockwork Castle. The particular puzzle blocking your way of drones and colours was eventually solved. You did very well. And out you came to a large, dark chamber. You couldn't see a thing. It was absolutely blind. So you made your way forwards slowly to find a huge chasm in front of you. You went, probably shouldn't fall into that. Went one way, went the other. Couldn't find anything until you came across a bridge spanning the chasm. A long, dark bridge with a drop below it, but because of the darkness, you just couldn't pinpoint it. You've already experimented with the torch of some kind, dropping a flame down, and you knew that it was deep, but that's all you knew. And you made your way across the bridge until you were ambushed. Or less ambushed and more interrupted by
that's a polite way of putting
a floating figure. A large spherical object with one big eye, a huge mouth, and several tentacly appendages.
Ever-eroding sanity.
Ever-eroding sanity.
Eye stalks.
It stopped you. It said, "What are you doing on my bridge? Get off my bridge!" And you didn't. You continued on the bridge, and actually with a combination of evasion, fantastic use of fog cloud, several shots of Eldritch Blast, one actually that hit and did 2 damage.
Whoa.
Yeah, exactly. You actually made it to the other side, where through a combination of dashing and Lehman's tiny hut, you managed to hide yourself on the embankment on the other side, where you took a long rest. Well needed through the exhaustion that had hit to the party. The climb initially up to the Clockwork Castle.
That was like 3 episodes or something. You guys were exhausted.
Yeah.
Which we talked about later.
That was a long one. Hey, you know what? I was looking at this back. At any point, right? I will not stop a thing. If they'd gone to me and said, "We want a long rest in the Clockwork Castle because that's what we wanted to do. This exhaustion's killing us," I would have let them. But you tweaked the time dilation. You thought about it. You went, "Nope."
We were told,
and you avoided it. You managed to get through the whole thing whilst exhausted. So that was commendable. That was very well played.
By avoiding the big bad.
Hey, why fight the big bad if you don't have to? That's a good rule. That.
I'll have that on a t-shirt, I think.
And so, TBA Mondays, you made your way. I love that.
That's the name.
We said that last time, TBA Mondays. I love
That's got to be the name of the
channel.
channel.
It is, TBA Mondays.
Just only release videos on a Monday.
There you go.
You miss a week, it's going next week.
Yeah, to be announced. You woke up from your rest and did a little bit of spelunking down the side of the platform that you were on, luring Theren piece by piece.
Voluntarily. It wasn't like we just went, it's going to be you.
You did.
Well,
you could have levitated. Nope. You could have flown. Nope. Lower him down on the rope and it worked. Actually, it worked. You found yourself a nest of seemingly where this creature, we all know it's a beholder, let's be frank, it's a beholder, where you'd found it had kept several items, a few pieces of treasure, and a mysterious bird cage which took your fancy. Gold with electrum parrot of some kind perched in the middle.
Which in no way did I think was a real thing.
Not at all.
That never happened.
You're so fancy.
The party were almost determined to trek back across the bridge and find another way until it twigged on them that actually the hut was stopping their progress. They couldn't detect a very slight breeze coming from the back wall behind them, and actually a very high investigation check from the party.
Well,
You found
blue.
that there was a secret door swung effortlessly open into a worked stone corridor, stairs that descended at least a mile down until you hit a T-junction, one going down and one going up. You went up, and as you were climbing the stairs, after about half an hour of climbing, you're tired, but actually looking back, you're all fit adventurers. There's no risk of exhaustion here. As long as you take your time, it's fine. Perhaps something to do with the Shadowfell, who knows? But you
Hints.
Shock.
you heard some noise, movement and a thumping noise, boom, boom, coming down the stairs, and speech, which Theren recognised to be a very gruff and heavily accented Dwarven. You made your way up and found a cage, a wooden cage with a creature in it, quite small but squat, sort of 4.5 feet tall, that looked at you desperately as you came into view, your torchlight coming in, nothing else in this corridor, and screamed to you, "Run!" So what I would like from the three of you
Oh no.
is one action. One thing that in your reaction you would do in this event. The corridor that you are in is about 10 feet wide. Stairs that goes rhythmically up. Reasonably steep, but not limiting. You can still walk up as regular stairs. This cart, a wooden thing, almost as wide as the corridor itself, has been very jauntily left on top of the stairs so that it's literally being held at a very ungainly angle. The creature has sort of fallen against the front of the bars. You feel like there's not much that would cause this thing to fall forward. It's just a platform with like a sort of in a pagoda style wooden stalks that stick either side of it. I'd like one thing from all of you. So blue. As you are clockwise from me.
Yes.
What do
Okay.
you do?
I will take the dodge action.
Take the dodge action. Okay, fantastic. So immediately blue, you see him grab his weapon and just frantically looking around. Theren.
As the one furthest along this path, Theren is going to draw sword and shield and maintain defensive position. So I presume that also probably means taking the dodge action.
Taking the dodge action as well.
Yeah.
So two of you very sort of stoically holding yourselves ready for anything. Aubrey, what would you like to do?
Aubrey runs.
Aubrey walks away after
Transfer that. So there's no like alcoves or anything. It's just 10 feet, and this whole cage is gonna. It looks like it's filled the whole.
most of it. Yeah,
Most of
you could get past, but it would be a bit of a squeeze.
Sorry, I have one slight question. Did he say running common or dwarven?
Because we didn't specify at the end of last episode. It was in a. He said run in. Oh, so you mean the person in the cage?
Yeah.
That was in common.
Okay.
So you all recognise that.
Right. Just want to see if I purposely just wasn't relaying a message there or something.
Fuck it, I'm gonna rage.
You're gonna rage.
Oh, wow.
Okay, fantastic. So your anger hits you, just the lightning crackling around you.
Don't run. Yeah,
Exactly.
done.
Anything you're doing with the lightning?
Other than the 2 times
No,
we've done that.
I'm not gonna do anything with the
Okay,
lightning.
the lightning
Just rage.
harmlessly arcing into the stonework on the side, crackling all down the wall.
Perfect. Just as I had planned.
Okay. I'd like you all to roll initiative, please. And let me know what you got.
Probably good.
So, Aubrey.
7.
7.
Oh, 6. Sorry, 6.
6 for Aubrey. Okay. Blue.
17.
17. Theren.
7.
7.
Snap straight decks.
Okay. So,
Keeps
to
it
remind
simple.
the audience, you are basically at the edge of your visual light with this cage. Theren, you spotted something as you approached first, but it wasn't until the torchlight hit it that you really stopped. So you're about 30 feet away from the cage right now, but it's upstairs. You would get there, and unless you had a check, it's more difficult to go upstairs quickly than it is to go down them. So just keep that in mind. If you want to go up the stairs, it's harder than if you come down. So it's 30 feet between you and this cage. Theren's at the front, Aubrey in the middle, Blue behind.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All three of you hear movement. You just get little whispers of movement from all in front of you in this corridor. Just nothing that you can pick up until one, you see a rock and some dust kick up from a stair about 10 stairs in front of you, and a sort of just a very disgruntled noise, almost like someone's just cursing under their breath and can't help themselves. Somebody with a very, very bad stealth check. As suddenly, from in front of Theren, two figures appear. From literally out of nowhere. Almost as if their skin dissolves colour, bleeds colour back in from emptiness. Like invisibility was a lack of colour. Imagine just dropping actual colour into water and just watching it all slip as they slip back into existence. More, in this case, two very stout, very squat figures, about 4.5 feet tall. One male and one female. Although the difference, looking at them, isn't that apparent. Dark grey skin like stone and white, solid white eyes, stern expressions. But the thing you notice, Theren, immediately are the hammers. One for each of them coming towards you.
Shit.
Unfortunately, this is a surprise round for you. You get hit, so they have advantage on you because you didn't see them coming. So
I'm also dodging.
Does that not?
So that cancels. Yeah, very good. So straight roll. That is an 8 to hit.
Nope.
No? Yes! The first one, it takes you by surprise, but you're just about to manage to shrug, and the hammer, it just hits the side of your armour, but you feel the impact just ricochet through the joints of it. The second one is a 23 to hit.
That'll do it.
That will hit. So, this time the hammer, it catches your knee just on the other side. You manage to dodge most of the impact, but still a bit more of a painful hit than the last one. You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as the hammer hits the side of your knee. Blue, you're the first to react. Seeing these two creatures appear in front of you, there is one thing I should notice, because even with this is with your passive perception.
11.
Yeah.
I think they rolled super badly.
It was a poor. With your passive perception, you would notice that the noise you heard from in front of you was not one of the two creatures that has appeared. What would you like to do?
I'll say, I think there's some more as well that we haven't seen. And then I will... The hammer. Is the shaft of the hammer metal?
So, I shall describe them a little bit more for you. These two figures are dwarven-like in appearance. And actually, now that you say it, there is a dwarven resemblance. Very squat, very muscly creatures, but each wearing a full set of scale mail. Very crude, but very ornate in its design. Metal shields, metal hammers. Everything they're wearing is made of metal. If that's answering your question.
Yay!
Yeah, well, what shall I go for then?
What do you think?
Yeah, is it better that they drop the stuff or that I continue burning the fuck out of them?
What would Blue do?
He's
Don't
gonna.
help him, David.
So, as my action, I'm going to cast heat metal
Yeah.
on his armour.
The armour.
So he can't take it off.
Okay. You watch Blue's music start up. The first creature who hit your the side of you, Theren, you see his armour just start to glow. Just briefly as the heat catches. It dies down again in the darkness. You can see a red ember, but you can almost see the air around him beginning to distort in that mirage-like way as he starts. It doesn't scream. He grits his teeth and his attention goes to you. How much damage?
Only 5 this time.
5 points of fire damage. Okay.
Every round.
Yeah, and I'm going to just take a few steps back, and as my bonus action...
How far back do you want to go? So assuming that Theren and Aubrey are kind of at the same point
Yeah.
and you're just behind them, do you want to put some distance between you?
I
or-
want to be 50 feet from them.
50. Okay, so you can this time make your way 30 feet down the stairs.
Actually, no, I'll stick close to these guys.
Stick close?
I'll retcon that. And as bonus action, I'm going to
Bye.
spy Aubrey. Can you just say rage life at the appropriate point? She rages when she wants to, except on Wednesdays when she's rudely awakened by these dwarf guys. Rage life! She kills the baddies. She sometimes shoots out lightning too. It gives her an enormous sense of well-being. Rage life! And then she's angry for the rest of the minute, unsafe with the knowledge that she's recklessly run into the thick of it. All the baddies. So many baddies.
I think that's your best one today.
That
I
is very
fucking
good.
love
You know
that.
what? I'm not going to make a habit out of this, but give Theren an inspiration as well. That was very good. I will reward such effort.
Just say it!
That doesn't count as one of yours. Just count one off. But,
That is awesome.
that is
Good
very
job.
That was fucking good.
Good job.
fantastic.
Good job,
So
guys.
you cast the spell. You're holding around, and then you're inspiring. You're going to stay roughly in pace with the two of them,
Yeah.
but behind.
Done.
Okay. Perfect.
That was awesome.
Uncle.
You hear noise, this time from one of the creatures that you could hear, as it mumbles in Dwarven, a very thick accent. Theren, you're the only one that can hear this. Get the spellcaster, biggest threat.
For
fuck's sake.
As the two of you feel movement either side of you. The one that's making the noise, you get the sense of where it is moving past you.
Okay.
It goes round Theren, round Aubrey, and towards Blue at the back. Now, he will leave Theren's range of opportunity because you're the first in line. So you can make an attack of opportunity against it, but it would be at disadvantage because you can't see it.
I'll take it.
Go for
Yep,
it.
go for it.
Get him.
First one's 26. Second one's a 25.
Yay!
Hits.
That was awesome.
And
Do it. No, he's thinking about it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
yeah, I'm going to smite him as well.
Smite him.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay, so that's... Can I borrow a D8, please, Sam?
Roll that
I've
damage.
given
Paladin
all of my
smites, here they
away.
come.
Okay, so it is 12 slashing damage.
Yep.
And 6 radiant damage on top of that.
12 slashing damage and 6 radiant damage.
Yeah.
Okay. There's 18 total.
Yes.
You just instinctually slash out to the side, keeping your guard at the front while the two creatures are coming and trying to attack you a second time. But you catch the back of this creature, almost pushing it forward in its momentum as as again that white flame burns down its back. Briefly you can see the impression of its torso, the back and the sort of legs springing into view as this white light just rushes down it before the invisibility camouflages again as this creature appears beside Blue. Next to Aubrey but beside Blue. You see 2 more of these creatures. Sorry?
Still my go?
No, he's moving past us.
As a free action, I'd like to say something.
Yeah.
Not your turn.
Yeah, it's going through
Creatures,
the, on their
this
turn.
is instinctual.
Oh, sorry.
You have the
that's
time
right.
to instinctually attack as it appears. This time you see 2 more of these creatures below. But these ones seem well equipped. Where the scale mail with the other 2, these have beautifully but very functionally wrought chainmail, large metal rings. The shields, you can tell more effort has been put into them. And this time, picks. You can see at the pointy edge, clearly somewhere between functional rock carving and fighting, as suddenly attacks come from front of you, but also from the side of you as a second creature that these 2 didn't spot appears. So the one that was invisible will get advantage against you because you didn't see it coming. So that is
Hits.
that is only a 12 to hit. With
Oh my god!
Wow.
There's an 8 and a 6 rolled on the dice there.
Oh.
And the second one without advantage has a natural 1. The surprise of it knocks you off balance so much, Blue, that you stumble back down the stairs, barely holding yourself as the picks just flang hit into the floor. But these two better equipped creatures than the other two, just not even giving Aubrey a notice, as the shield's coming up as they advance on you.
Cool.
Theren.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. You misunderstand.
Oh, sorry.
2 more appear.
Oh my god.
Very similarly equipped to the other 2 on you as they just this time attempt to rush you. One lashing out with a shield and almost seeming to charge into you. 18 to hit.
Nope.
Doesn't hit. Second one. Oh, that's a 22 to hit.
That'll do it.
Hey, 1 hit.
So
Right,
there's
fine.
now 6.
There's 6.
There is 6.
That we can see.
Sitch.
So that is 7 points of bludgeoning damage this time. As the
Okay.
shield bash into you. There's a moment where you think you're going to go down the stairs, but you hit into Aubrey behind you. Hold yourself up. You can see 4 of them now beginning to just swarm you. You just don't know where to go at this
And
point.
there's still 2 more
Next to
further up the thing. So
Yeah, so in front of you there's 4. Aubrey's behind you, Blue's behind you, and 2 have made their way behind
To
you.
Blue.
Okay.
So you are now completely surrounded, but it now is your turn.
Okay.
Bloody. Oh, God.
We're going to work on it. It's fine. We've got really poor initiative rolls.
Then what I'm going to do is I will turn to... I'll sort of glance over my shoulder at Aubrey, say, they're going for Blue, stop them.
Already on it.
So, what I want to do, hold on a moment.
The time is now. Get them. Oh no. Oh, another spellcaster. Fuck.
As my bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay, fantastic. The
So,
divine energy springing around you, that sort of divine wind, like a small whirlwind around
Really
you,
smart.
increasing your armor class to ridiculous levels now.
21.
21, there you go.
Never get him now.
Remember, it is a concentration spell, so remember if you do get hit, you
Yes.
just check for it. Your bonus action.
He's never going to get hit though.
And I am just going to... the one that I hit with Divine Smite is back there, right?
It's gone
It's
towards
in
blue.
front of you still. Oh, no, it's behind you.
Yeah,
It is
it's
behind
behind
you.
you.
No, that's
Blue,
behind
yeah.
you.
Okay, then the one that Blue is currently heating the armour of,
Yes,
is that right in front of me?
that's right in front of you.
Gonna hit him.
Stab him.
Yeah.
Do it.
Stab him.
Make an attack.
Use my inspiration. 6 plus... That's probably not going to be enough. 14?
14 doesn't hit.
Ah.
Unfortunately, gritting his teeth against the pain of his armour, he manages to lock himself up and the sword just slashes all down his shield, sparks illuminating the cavern either side of you, but he holds on. Anything else you want to do?
No, that's it.
Holding your ground.
Yes.
Aubrey.
Right. Okay, not happy. Attacking blue. Right. The one that appeared that Theren hit is next to blue. I'm just going to shout, pick on someone your own size and reckless attack, both attacks on him.
Reckless attack, both attacks on him. Do it. Go for the attack.
Oh, that's 2 7s. That's not going to do it, I don't think. I'm going to use luck on one.
Okay.
This one.
Roll that dice again.
No, that's a 14. That's not going to hit.
14 doesn't hit, unfortunately. No,
You
the
are
axe,
inspired.
You scream this as your axe slams into the side,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a... as he holds it, the axe denting into a shield. Strength there you didn't expect as
No.
the eyes steely turn to you, and there's a grin.
Oh, that's 2 5s! That's even worse! No, I'm not going to use my inspiration, so that doesn't hit.
Yeah, this time the axe again, you swing down, he just doesn't even bother dodging, just advancing towards you, just the shield blocking the attack.
Fine, and then Storm's Aura.
Okay, is that dexterity
It is
saving throw?
14.
That is a 2.
Hey!
One lightning damage.
One lightning damage. The lightning
Two.
crackles around his legs. He sort of looks down briefly, a confused look on his face as he continues.
I'm also confused. God damn it. Okay.
God dear
That
me.
was very bad.
The creature in the cage at this point, you can starts to talk. and with more words than just run, a very deep voice, but female, actually, now that you hear it and looking at the cage, you see this creature, she's desperately, like, just throwing herself against the bars in front of her, and in common, just shouting, "Please run, or give up! Don't fight them! They will kill you! Please just run! Run!" And that's all she's doing, just banging on the bars, trying to get herself out. As next to the cage, one more figure appears. Dressed in a similar way to the two by Blue. Fantastic chainmail armour, but this time the shield almost dyed a black, an obsidian black. You can see on his face a horribly white beard, very immaculately curled down, white eyes, bald head, as he sort of stands there at the top, just watching everything, a smile on his face. He just watches. The two initially attacking by Theren will continue to try and wail on you. So
Cool.
that is 17 to hit.
Nope.
No. And a 15 to hit.
No.
Yeah.
You hear them getting frustrated, and there's a sort of moment in themselves where they're just sort of looking and trying, and the second attack just almost doesn't seem to hit you. It hits like an inch off you and glides off with your divine energy just sparking into life as the creature, this impassive looking one by the cage, just starts saying, "Leave him. He's mine."
Oh no.
Blue.
I am going to do a repeat of the Flamey Flames.
Yeah, roll that
Come
damage.
on, come on.
A massive 4.
4 points of fire
All
damage.
counts.
And then I'm going to take a swipe at the guy kind of... He's no longer invisible, presumably.
No, they're both prepared.
Take a swipe at the guy kind of who came out from the side of me, and if I hit, I'll use a defensive flourish. That will be 17.
17 doesn't hit,
Oh,
unfortunately.
they're really
Your sword slices back. He goes to parry the shield and completely misses, and your sword strikes across the chainmail, sparking off as your sword just unfortunately doesn't get any purchase in the attack.
This sucks! And that's my turn.
Okay.
Okay, everyone else's turn.
The Stone Guard, by you, Blue, will both proceed. Actually, no, they won't. One of them, you can see, puts the pick into his belt and goes to grab you. But that is only an 11 to hit.
No.
Doesn't it?
You manage to wriggle yourself out. The second one does just try and
Bad hands! Bad
hit you
hands!
with a 16 to hit.
That hits.
That does hit. Okay.
No.
For 6 points of piercing damage, as the weapon just funks into your side. Armour dispelling much of the impact, but still painful.
Still hurts.
The two by you, Theren, will 5 feet behind you move and will both attack Aubrey.
Brilliant.
So they only left your area of attack, but
Yeah.
Yeah, they've
they
moved
will
round.
flank round. Make a history check for me.
Yes.
8.
8. It's difficult in the battle. in the heat of battle, there's
That
your
history lesson
use
that
of
comes
focus
back as you're fighting.
They attack you
Bring it.
with advantage.
Bring it.
Hammers are
That is a natural 20.
Can you re-roll that one then?
Reroll it.
Oh.
Yeah, please.
Mark off that luck.
It's gone.
Bazinga.
That is still a 21 to hit.
That's fine. I didn't want the natural.
Okay, so that is 4 points halved to 2 points of damage. As a hammer thunks into your side, but you barely hear it. The second one is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
And this one, it's about a 7, so 3 points of damage.
Nice.
God, killing barbarians is tough. It really
Oh.
is.
You're
Yeah.
on 50.
55 half total. It's crazy, isn't it? We go down to Theren.
Okay, I am going to say in Elvish.
Yep.
I don't know if either of you can understand me. Run, I'll hold them for as long as I can. Come and save me when you get free. And I am going to spin round and slash down on the one which I tried to hit before.
Okay.
The one that blue is.
The one that's got fire, yeah.
The one that is cooking. Do it. Yeah, go for a hit.
The cooking.
Hold on a minute. Let me think.
You don't speak Elvish, cool.
Flop. Do you speak Elvish?
I do, yeah.
You do.
Oh, thank God. that was a real Hail Mary just then.
Yeah, but I'm Aubrey. Am I gonna listen to you?
Let's not listen to the team leader. That's a terrible idea.
You're the team leader. He's the team
I'm the
leader.
team leader.
You're the counsellor.
No,
We've established
he's
this.
the fate. We can't argue about this now.
Combat person. What's your role?
What do you
What do you bring to this?
I'll fucking leave you.
The
in
muscle. The muscle.
What are you doing, Theren?
I am going to. I'm going to turn around and, as I'm slashing down the weapon, say to the one that blue is currently cooking, "Come back, finish me, so I can take your head." And use Hexblade's curse on him.
Okay, he's
Very
cursed.
nasty.
Fantastic. Go for the attack.
Nasty. Come on.
24.
24 hits.
Come on.
I'm going to smite him
Yeah,
again.
get rid of him.
Smite him. Do it. I hope you're marking these spell slots off.
I am. So that is 12 points of slashing damage and 4 and 11 radiant.
11. So what's total?
11.
So that's 23 in total.
23 total. Okay. Almost confused by your words of recognition. I assume you speak in Dwarvish when you say it. Or
Yeah, if that guy was speaking Dwarvish,
yeah. You know that. The sword.
You just thought.
Again, you manage to pass it under his guard and stab deep into his torso. There's a moment where he grunts, and you can feel the muscles in his chest and the armor working against the hip to absorb some of the damage. A bad wound. And then the flames erupt, and you can see the white flames burning up him. There's a scream, an anguished cry, as the entirety of this creature is burning white flames as he falls back, hits the ground.
Yes!
One down, 6 to
To
go.
go.
So that is your action.
Yeah.
And bonus action, right? Because you did
Yeah.
the curse on it.
Do you want to move anywhere or stay still? You've got 3 rounds you still.
3 around me.
Yeah.
Then I am going to stay put.
Okay, perfect. Aubrey.
Cool. I'm going to.
I get 5 hit points back.
Nice.
Very good.
I'm going to rageously attack the one that's attacking blue, the one that Theren hit from earlier.
Okay, the wounded one. Yep, go for
Wounded,
it.
yeah, the wounded one. Sorry, that one. So first one is. Ooh, that's better. That's a 24 to hit.
Hit.
I'm gonna roll damage on that first. 11 slashing damage.
11 slashing damage. This time he's the same thing. He's holding his ground, and you just twirl the axe and slice into his side. The armor, the chainmail, incredibly tough, cracking under the pressure as he winces, pushed back. A bad hit on his side.
Good.
It's still standing firm.
Yep. Second attack is a 22.
It hits.
Thank Christ. Ah! Sorry. So it's an 8 slashing damage on that
8
last one.
slashing
Hey,
damage.
it's better than nothing.
Yeah, it is better than.
Oh, he's on 1 health.
Well, hang on, Sam, I've got Storm's Aura!
Okay, he does.
Yeah!
You can see
Fuck off!
the second hit, you just hit the same point again. He cracks, ribs cracking as he holds the weapon swinging towards you. The lightning arcs from you up his weapon around his arm. You see his whole form spasm as he
Down.
cracks over. Dead. Very good.
And I stay where I am, I don't listen to Theren.
That was the one between us.
The one that was attacking you. The one that Theren hit earlier.
So, I should clarify just a little bit earlier. When you killed the creature,
Yes.
you two would notice this with your passive perception. There's a moment where it's difficult to see amongst the white light of the smite, but it's almost like the shadows move around the creature that he just killed. A general sense of movement crawling down Theron's blade and into him as just turns to attack the next one, but something happens.
But only on Theren, nothing on me.
I know Theren. I'm describing Hexblade's curse.
Okay, cool. Alright, it wasn't the dwarves coming back to life.
The creature in the cage, you can see, is still banging on the cage, just shouting in common, "Please run before it's too late. Please run."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As the one by the cage, you can see him watch two of his comrades fall, scowl, and in the filthy dwarven accent just says, "You will pay for that. His life is worth more than yours." And as he moves towards you, you see him grow. Grow. And suddenly, before you know it, his limbs just uniformly, with the movement, like an optical illusion coming down the stairs, suddenly he's 9 feet tall as his hammer, a morning star, the spikes on the end, comes swinging towards you. Let's see if he hits though, because I mean your AC is absolutely ridiculous.
It's fucking massive though.
It's an 18, so that's 22 to hit.
Oh! Damn it!
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, at least I got one hit in before he inevitably gets chopped down. But anyway, that is 11 points of piercing damage. As the weapon, larger than before, slams into the side of your armour. Just you sort of fall yourself down as your armour takes the weight of it, but suddenly you're aware of this thing looming over you, a dark scowl across his face, as he shouts, "Show them what you've got, man."
Show me what you got.
The one stood by the fallen comrade looks down, and you can see him grow as well. Start to expand and move taller and taller as he will go and swing at you, Theren, with a venom in his eyes. And you tend to hit though. You just casually parry the hit, ungracefully large. This creature can't quite target his hit, and you just guide the weapon into the ground beside you. Blue.
Oh, sorry. I am going to take a defensive. Again, I'm going to try and hit.
Well, hasn't that guy died though? The one with the fire.
The one with the fire on it is dead now. Yeah, the heat metal's gone.
Yeah, so.
Okay, cool. I don't know if you're going to do that again.
No. I'm going to take a swipe at the guy nearest to me, and if it hits,
Which
defend.
one? So you killed one of them. That's
You
right.
killed one. So there's only one next to me, really.
Yep.
That's
15.
15 doesn't hit.
hit.
I'm sorry, no. Again, the chainmail. Just you keep getting hits on it, but he's just grinning as your sword just can't pass through his armour.
An arse. I'm going to go to Theren and use my bonus action to go. Me. He's got two spellcasting focuses to kill you. One is so divine and the other perfect. Yes, he's just a teenage pack maker baby like you. Ooh.
Very good. Very good.
He's just. He doesn't know what he's doing.
He doesn't.
Perfect.
Amazing. I love it.
Feel inspired, my friend.
I do, thank you.
And I'll mark that up.
Perfect.
That's me done.
So that's your action, your bonus action. You're going to stay put.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
No opportunity attacks from these
The
days.
one that you just attacked, sort of looking back to his comrades, smirks towards you and says something that you don't recognise, but Theren, you pick it up as your turn now, as again grows in height and is now towering over you. Again, his weapon thunders down on you, but only a 6 to hit.
Oh, Christ!
But his crazy dance of just standing out. You're just, you can see it snarling of his face now. The two that flanked around Theren slightly to get to Aubrey. Again, they're all
Bring it.
just enlarged.
They're all bigger now.
You could say they're all big. Every single one of them now is about 8 to 9 feet in height, almost compressed by the top of this chamber. You get a sense that potentially they could get taller if it weren't for the.
It's alright, just makes them easier.
How
As they
tall are
attack
they
you.
in like feet?
About 9 feet.
They're like
Okay.
over us.
So,
Crunch up!
Aubrey, that is a 13 to hit.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. And the second one is a 22 to hit.
Oh, that does hit.
That one does hit. This time the weapon hits you with more force than you remember from before. So there's 9 points, only 4 points of damage. Okay, fine, it's nothing for you. You're just taking the impact and hit, parrying, swing, and they just can't get anywhere close to you at the moment as your weapon attacks are just so recklessly striking ahead of you. Theren.
Kick him in the balls. They're at eye height.
Oh no.
I will repeat my previous message of just fucking run, one of you, both of you, go. And
In Elvish?
yes, in Elvish.
That's not gonna happen.
I'd say bollocks to it, no, common.
No.
Elvish clearly met with no reception, so. And Theren is gonna lock eye contact with the big guy.
They're all big.
The
The
main
one that's
guy.
gone for you. Yeah, I get you.
And just kind of breathe in and use lay on hands on myself.
Yeah,
Heal for 18 hit points.
very good.
So I'm back on 38. And as I'm staring at him go, I could do this all day.
Oh.
Make an intimidate check for me.
I hear you're good at those. Maybe.
No.
Do it. You never know, they might stop. Possibly.
17.
17. There's a moment where he sort of looks at you and sort of grits his teeth, but you reckon you've got his attention.
Yay. You did it. He's going to hit you more now.
That's the plan.
Aubrey.
How far away
I
is
feel like I'm not using
How far away is the
inspiration
cage
because
from us just now? I know it's surrounded by
The cage
people.
from you is about 30 feet up. You'd have to make a check, but
Yeah.
you've also got every single one of these creatures
Yeah, no,
between you and it.
And the gap, you said it's remote, so there's a gap that you could squeeze around the cage.
Yes. Tight, but you could do it.
Alright. Come on, I'm gonna shout. We head behind the cage, and then I'm going to. How many are around me just now? There's like 4 or 5 around. Big.
So
big
you've
guys.
got one of the armoured creatures by Blue just
Mhm.
behind you, and there are 3 around Theren and the leader.
Oh, okay.
There's 5
You've got
around you
five.
still.
Cool. I'm gonna attack the one next to Blue again. But I'm gonna make a point to, like, if we get a chance, go behind the cage. We can. So I'm gonna do reckless attack.
The other side of the cage.
Yeah, we can. There's a space that if we can move past it.
Perfect. Make your
Yeah.
turn.
But
Yeah.
there's like 3 people in the way.
I know. But I'm
No,
saying if we can get through
I
that,
won't survive
Or
that.
you can just go down the stairs.
we could, or we could stop them. Anyway, never mind. Can't read that. Oh, that's a natural 20 though. Reckless attack on the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, so first attack. Just do it down. Okay, that is. Roll it down. 13 plus 4 is 17 plus 2. So 19 slashing damage on the first attack.
19, okay.
And that is. Oh, that's not going to do it. That's going to be 17. Let me hit it.
17 to hit.
Wait. I'll roll my inspiration. That's 23.
23.
20 hits. Very good.
Oh, I forgot.
How can you miss them? They're huge.
Nice.
Sorry. That's a 12 plus 4 plus 6, which is 18 slashing damage.
18.
Yeah.
This creature now huge, can't avoid your attacks.
No.
So you just wail into his leg, he buckles down to one knee, the second one slams into his torso, the armour now huge and tough, just cracks all along the weapon, 2 to 3 inches now deep into this creature, blood pours out of his mouth.
Perfect. And then Storm's Aura to finish it off, please.
That is a 19.
Okay, so half this. That's that'll be 2 lightning damage.
2 lightning damage, that's enough. The lightning again crackling down and enters into his mouth and just through his. You can see him, and as he dies, shrinks down to his normal height, and by the time he hits the ground, boom, thunk,
Good.
into his normal height.
Spit on him.
Nice.
Done. That's my turn.
Okay.
So that was one of the guys on you.
So the ones near you are completely gone now.
Oh, sweet.
The creature in the cage has sort of gone from doing this to and is now just watching, like almost doesn't know what to do at this point. Is the leader. Now looking around, sort of seeing another one of his allies fall and grits his teeth. We will avenge our dead. I will get you. And you see him take the disengage action, and he will disengage from you and move 30 feet down the stairs and just literally almost run over the top, like have a big leap over the party. Crashes into the stairs flying up, brickwork hitting as this huge form hits. He barely keeps himself from sliding down, picks himself up and starts looking with a begrudging face down as he starts to descend the stairs past you. The other one stood by you, sort of looks at the leader go and will move past Theren and will hit Aubrey.
Brilliant.
Because he's the easy
yeah,
target. He's
I don't care.
Getting no luck on Theren at the moment.
Does that take him out of my...
No, because you're very
Yeah, we're very close to each other. Go on.
16 to hit.
Oh, that just hits.
God, I cannot roll against you. 6 damage, so 3 halved.
No.
As he comes and just thwacks into you again. These guys... Oh no, it's Blue's turn.
Yeah, hit that guy.
Well, no, hit me.
Yeah.
Go on.
So you're actually 3 now. Nobody's directly on you. Aubrey's now got 3 around her.
Oh.
Yeah, let's get... I'll go for one of the others who looked scamperish.
Okay.
I'll run up. That's 16, no. And the
16 just hits. Yeah, the ones with less armor are not
Oh, of
quite
course.
as difficult.
Yeah, the
to
ones
hit.
that were on Theren originally.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Okay, this time your sword cracks up the side of one of the creatures. It staggers back and looks at you. And in Dwarven again. We will get you all. This is not the last of it. You go down to the two more by Aubrey. They're just gonna be wailing.
Fucking bring it.
Aubrey.
I can do this all day, apparently.
Natural 20.
Well, we roll that one.
16, so that's still a 20.
That's fine.
That is going to be there overall. 10 to 5 damage. Barbarians. You just can't kill them with standard weapon.
When do you get your
And 21 to hit.
That does hit.
That is 6 damage, so 3 points.
Cool.
I'm just rolling as many 1s and 3s on d8s as you would imagine. It's ridiculous. As these creatures just wailing into Aubrey, that you two just are watching Aubrey standing firm. Every time one of the creatures gets a hit, she swings the sword up and they have to just pull back before they can get the impact of the weapon. Aubrey just fending these creatures off through sheer aggression at this point. At 1 or 2 points, both of you have to sort of like duck as the weapon swings around past you, but still okay for now. Theren.
They're still within melee range, right?
Mm-hmm.
They just engage with me.
Then Blue just hit one, didn't he? Is that in melee range of me?
Yeah.
Okay, then I am gonna stab that guy.
Do it.
The one with less armor.
That's a 10.
And this time you go to swing, you just sort of dodges to the side and your weapon is parried against the stonework.
That's it.
Perfect. Okay, Aubrey.
I'm gonna... Oh man, they've all attacked me.
Destroy.
Is there
They're
one,
all attacking
is
you.
there one that looked
One of
weird?
them's injured, one of them blue caught. Yeah,
Cool,
the other two
I'll go
don't
for that
kill.
one if I can. 2 reckless attacks on that guy, please. So, the first one is a 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Nice.
Yeah, that is a 9 slashing damage.
Okay,
And then the second attack is an unnatural 20.
hits.
That is a 8 slashing damage.
Bang on the money. Aubrey, just this time,
Hey,
you
yo!
just cleave into the side of this dwarf. The leg comes straight off as he screams, blood gushing out, as again shrinks down to his form and hits the turf.
Excellent.
Just starts to roll very slowly down the stairs, like dum, 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 as his corpse just rolls ever so slowly.
Super. Then can I use Great Weapon Master?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Because you brought someone down to 0.
And I'm guessing that's just a normal. It's not reckless.
No, you said reckless for the turn, so they're all reckless.
Yay.
You can't go back.
Natural 20.
Okay, so this is one of the uninjured ones.
Yep,
so roll the damage.
that's fine. 11.
Oh, yeah.
2, so it's 13 plus 4 is 17 plus it's 19 slashing damage.
19 slashing damage. Again, this time you kick off the one on the floor, and Theren, as you're fighting and try to stab at this creature, you just see Aubrey fly up the stairs and thwack! The axe comes straight into his back. So the armor just about stopping a spine-ripping attack as he grunts in pain, just swings his arms around trying to get him off. You can see they're powerful in this form, like this large form, but they're not gamely. They're not used to it. Not like the giants you fought and the larger creatures you thought. They're not very dexterous. Put it that way.
That's my turn.
Perfect. Very good.
Smug mode engaged.
Okay, so this is now.
God, these are so good.
They are, aren't they?
Okay,
Unicorn
one in the
flavor.
cage is just. Go on! Do it! Do it!
Yes!
Yes!
Yeah!
You can see she's just like ecstatically. Just keep going! You can do it!
Yay!
Just a 2.
Someone believe in us!
The leader, who's 30 feet away down the stairs, is not even looking. With a full dash, is now just running down the stairs, and you can see his form shrinks and shrinks and shrinks as he develops back in
Performance
and
issues.
disappears out of sight. You can no longer see him in the darkness. He runs just down the stairs and out of sight.
Oh,
Good.
good.
Okay, back to top blue.
Is there just one guy left now?
No, there's 2.
Two.
Okay.
One of them is very badly injured.
I will go for the very badly injured
Come on.
one.
Do it.
Come on!
That would
I'll
be
do it.
24.
24 hits.
Come on!
Just-
Come on!
Yes.
How did you do that? That was amazing.
So that
You had one die.
13.
13 kills him.
Yes!
Up the bum.
Off the bum, just you cleave a large section off. You get underneath the chainmail or the split mail. It just carves into him as it again, body crashing to the floor. Okay, the one remaining one
Yeah, what's he gonna
will
do?
look around and then we'll disengage and run down the stairs, 30 feet down the stairs. You don't really get attack opportunity. He takes his time to get out.
Sorry.
Theren, 30 feet away.
Eldritch Blast. Oh wait, 30 feet away.
You can't move super quick.
Then I will use my movement to catch up to
In
him.
fact, no, not even 30 feet, 25 feet away.
Alright,
So
then
you're
I'm
moving
going to use
forward.
my movement to catch up to him.
Wait a moment,
Perfect. So
sir.
you catch down the stairs, chasing after him. His large form, he's having to block his head as he goes down the stairs.
Great, yeah, and I'm going to slash it as Achilles tendon.
Oh!
No,
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
No, you go to slash, and he kicks up and almost catches you in the face. You have to and slices where his foot was. You don't get it, unfortunately. Aubrey.
I am going to go to the cage if I can make it.
Yeah.
And then try and break the lock or smash the. Actually, stand back and try and break open the cage.
Stand back and like she sort of like he's barely starting to go back, and the axe slams into the side. The rage is. I'd like to make a weapon attack against it.
A weapon attack. Yeah.
Oh.
That's 24.
24 hits. Yeah, do it. I was going to ask if you wanted to hit the lock or the frame, but at this point,
It doesn't matter.
Really matter.
So that is it's a 12 slashing damage to the thing.
12 slashing damage. You don't get through the door,
No.
but you make a huge crash as the cage starts to very systematically start to fall apart. But she can still try to fight against it. Is trying to pull the door against, away from the hit, just to get out effectively.
Sweet. And that's it.
She's going to spend her turn making a strength check, but with advantage because of the damage you've done. Yeah, she pulls the cage open. The lock rips open, and she just stumbles out of the cage, hitting into the floor.
I'll catch her.
Yeah, you do. And actually, she weak. Doesn't take her weight very well. Okay. You can hear crashing from down the stairs, but it very quickly disappears. Blue. Still got this one
Join
creature.
Theren.
Do it.
Hey,
Nice.
you're
18
doing
plus
it.
something.
Come on.
Perfect.
That is 10.
I will say, for the sake of brevity, you do Achilles this one as he crashes down, falling straight forward, slams into their stairs. You can see his entire face being ripped up as his size shrinks down. Theren, I imagine, just following up with a coup de grace, yeah. Taking him out.
Way.
And you were out of initiative. Wow.
We do that in game.
It's like a Mario Party. Hey!
I would like to point out, okay,
Correct.
that was a deadly encounter.
I figured it was.
That was an encounter that there was a very real chance you were not going to win.
Yeah.
And you aced that. That
Yeah.
was incredible. That was impressive. We'll take a break there.
Yes.
As we catch our breath after that fight. But yeah.
Oh.
Wow, that was tough. You had 3 challenge rating 2 creatures and 4 challenge rating 1 creatures that added up to a deadly encounter.
What is the big bad?
That's a challenge.
We do not know.
Okay.
Who knows?
TBA Mondays, guys.
New tag.
Are you not amused?
Are you not entertained? Not entertained.
Are you
Honestly,
not, I know, but are you not amused would be a much better line.
Are you
no.
not amused?
Are you not amused?
That could be just our D&D stream could be called that. I am not amused.
I think that'll just be the next time with the Colosseum at the end of the match. Fiona, come on, you've had enough.
We're playing hide the sausage. Right the game. Right, that I've just about recovered from the defeat of my deadly encounter, which I mean that's great. Yeah, as I say, I was saying to the guys that was genuinely I didn't hold back, and there was a section here: if the party win, if the party lose. Like there was a genuine choice there. Like,
Someone
I
is
don't
probably-
think I read that at all.
Someone is pausing and just like zooming in for spoilers.
You
The
can
fourth
try.
wall.
It just says end of Xerieos.
Roll new characters.
Exactly. The Durgar will kill Aubrey and then...
Fuck off.
And she'll stay dead this time.
So, you find yourselves a bit weary of the blood still
bit?
pumping
Fucking
in your ears. You know that sort of head rush you get? There's no noise at all. It's just echoing of your movements. There's no breeze. This underground oppression, now just outside of his battlers, is when you notice it again, just because you can hear nothing but your own head. Aubrey, this dwarven lady has sort of collapsed into your arms outside of the wagon, and there's a moment where even you go, as
Yeah, my brain is gone.
large, like squat form is much heavier than you considered it would be. You've never really picked up a dwarf before, but. Aubrey, you're
Not that
fine.
you know
18 strength for raging. You know, the lightning eventually crackles down and dissipates, but
No, I'm just holding on to it.
she seems fairly wary. But you are left in a stared corridor with the corpses of multiple Durgar. I don't mind saying what they are. You've probably guessed they're Durgar by now if I haven't said it.
They're like grey dwarfs.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're deep
People
dwarves.
who
Deep dwarves.
descended to the depths and then never returned.
That's a bit racist, isn't it?
Anyway,
It's
But-
D&D and it was made in the 80s and nothing was PC.
Got it.
including me. Yeah. 89.
You should see the drow. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
that-
Yeah, the
Ugh.
dark-skinned and evil.
And women worshipping and it's all
Women are great in them. I know.
What kind of monster worships a woman, right, Fiona?
It's because the only society they came up with in D&D that was like women centric was like incredibly kinky and like
Spiders and.
Oh, it was very serious.
How's a dwarf?
Well, make a medicine check.
Oh.
I'm not. Jokes will not slip here.
That's a 16.
D&D's not
16.
meant for girls.
She looks exhausted.
Okay. I'll.
Genuinely, you can feel that when she lowers herself down and her legs hit the floor and begins to take her own weight, there's a shake in her muscles, one of those sort of endurance related.
Okay.
She's knackered. She sort of sits down on the pavement, and outside of the combat, there's a moment you can see her face is falling a bit. She's collected her breath, and she looks up at all three of you and goes, "Who are you?"
Blue and friends. No, I'm joking. We haven't got a name. I'm Blue.
Aubrey.
Theren. Who are you?
Yeah.
Well, alive. That's,
Nice to meet you, alive.
Yeah.
well, I
I apologise for my
genuinely,
companions.
thank you.
I'll get out one of my rations and give it to her.
Oh.
She does start to sort of nibble at it.
Yeah, fine.
Takes a few seconds. Valdra Orborn.
No,
I.
not on.
She said.
Sorry, it's just the way you look at me.
Orborn.
All born.
Oberon.
No, Orborn.
As in,
It's quite
as in,
simple.
Orborn.
as in, O-R-E, born.
You know I'm a dwarf, right? It's going to be Or related.
She's even
in
mocking
Dwarvish,
him.
in Dwarvish, I quickly go again. Sorry.
In Dwarvish back, it's okay. And back to common, you all saved me. It's. What are you doing down here?
How long have you been down here? How long have you been in that cage?
Where are we? So many questions.
Yes, but which one?
Hers
do you go
first, hers first.
Yeah, my first.
with? I don't know how long I was in the. At least 34 days. The Durga, they have a clan. A few days deep. They normally leave our clan alone, but for whatever reason, a bit more aggressive recently. I was part of the. I was mining, and they attacked, and well, I was kidnapped and I was taken before I could escape. I feel ashamed. They were otherwise beaten back, but yeah,
Do you know where they were taking you? Back, I presume back to their clan.
I would assume so. They take slaves and take them back to work them deep in their minds.
Valdra, there's no shame in a defeat. Do not be so critical of yourself. Now, my friends and I, we have questions that we need you to answer. First of all, where are we?
We are underground. We are near.
Yes, besides that.
I'm not sure what you mean.
What's the island above?
Island?
The surface.
Have you ever been to the top? Outside?
Above ground?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know where we are?
No, I've never been.
Is there a route nearby to the surface?
I don't know.
Okay.
Alright, next question. What is up these stairs and what is further down? We saw a T-junction towards the bottom here.
This is one of the old ways. Generations and generations ago, they dug it to as a passageway between clans. These days, there's only ours. There's mostly abandoned passageways. As you can look around, and she sort of points around at the stonework around her. It's now fallen into disrepair, and it's a shame. It doesn't look disrepaired, by the way. The thing looks immaculate still.
Yeah,
but she's
we're
like,
like,
a very
what the fuck?
disapproving. Like, nah, please. Look, I'm sorry. This is all a bit.
Take it easy.
Can you take me home?
Of course, where is it?
Yeah.
I can show you the way.
How long will it take?
A couple of days. If it helps, it's
I was going to say, is it up?
It's up, yes.
Then we are going up.
Will you give us a moment, please?
Yes, of course. And she sort of looks and wanders off down the stairs and sits down and genuinely seems to just be sort of leaning against the stone for a second.
If it's going to take a couple of days, then we need to report in. Blue, you can send a message.
Yep, as long as we're on the same plane, which I presume we now are, having escaped that horrible place.
I'd be surprised if we aren't. Is there any
Okay.
chance you can get in touch with Carmian?
Yeah, I'll think of what to say.
Is there any... Do you think she might know of this thing we're looking for, though?
Yeah, maybe we should ask
It's
that.
an idea, but we don't even know what we're looking for.
An artifact of ancient importance.
Precursor.
precursor.
Cataclysm.
She said these tunnels are old, but
They're
by the
very
sounds
old.
of things, just for cleanse. Maybe it's dwarven made.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know how long
How?
these dwarves have been here, or even if we're on. Well, we there was a thought several hours ago if we were actually back on our normal plane, we still might not be.
Well, if we're not,
We'll
there's.
find out if I guess.
I
if you
might
can-
be able to get it through to him, but it'll be unlikely.
Let's just double check first. Valdra,
She sort of looks like that. Yes.
this is going to sound like a very strange question, so I apologise in advance.
Okay.
We are on Xerieos, correct?
She sort of thinks about it. Xerieos?
Have you ever been to the surface?
No.
She said no.
No, we established that.
I
You
apologise.
see, she's
It's
very
been a very
dour,
long
like
days.
very like now that the excitement has worn down from the battle. She is very matter of fact.
Excellent.
Is this the mortal plane?
Material plane. I
That's
think
the
you're talking
one.
About.
She sort of looks to review. I don't know.
Cool. And we don't know.
I think that's as good as we're going to
Yeah.
go. Blue, if you can figure out what you want to say.
If we're on different planes, I just remembered from my instinctual magic ability that if we're on different planes, there's a 5% chance it will fail. So still,
Oh.
pretty good.
It's still enough to roll the proverbial dice.
What are you two talking about?
So
Magic things.
What message who are you sending the message to?
So I'm not sending it right now, but I'll send you guys. So something along those lines. Hi, Carmion. We're
How are
no longer in the Shadowfell. We're underground somewhere. There are creepy dwarfs. Bye.
Okay,
Love
maybe
Blue.
let's
Where's
separate the wheat from the chaff on that
What
one.
are the points?
Hi, Carmion.
Yep.
Back now.
Well, he'll think we're back on the island.
Returned from Shadowfell.
That
Okay.
underground.
Hang on. Underground.
What are we looking for?
Yes, good one. What are we looking for?
Provide guidance.
Please.
Please is unnecessary.
Please is never necessary.
It is when you're dealing with him.
Hey now, I'm the one that hits things, not you.
I wasn't talking about hitting him.
Oh.
Just not using pleasantries. The worst crime of all. Anything else?
I can't think of anything.
Suck a dick.
No.
Blue!
You teleported us there.
When did you learn a horrible phrase
What
like
are
that?
you going to send?
I think it was one of you. Okay.
I don't say things like that.
Anything you want to add, Aubrey?
I'm a lady of nobility.
I don't think that would
I
sound
wouldn't-
good coming from
we don't
me.
need that.
Nobility.
Lady!
They said it. Anyway, so what have you got? What have
So
you got
I've
so
got,
far?
hi Carmion, returned from Shadowfell. I'm underground. What are we looking for? Provide guidance, please.
And how many words have you got left? Sorry.
God,
Sorry,
what are you
Ray.
saying?
So under 15 probably. I've got 10 more words.
Okay. No, never mind. I think I'll do.
Okay.
Under the surface with dwarves.
With dwarves.
Let's point that out.
Dwarves. And if I've got space, I'll mention the giant chamber we're in because it was kind of
Yes, do that.
distinctive.
It was slightly distinctive, wasn't it?
Yep. Okay. Sending! Hi, Carmion. We've returned from Shadowfell is one word.
Yep.
That's it.
You don't say that out loud.
Shit. Underground. What are we looking for? Provide guidance, please. Dwarves. Here. Some bad. Large spherical caves.
You feel the energy sort of pulse out and make its way
Magical.
through the weave towards its target.
Oh.
he's doing this just to...
I don't know.
Nothing comes back.
Wow.
So, nothing's come back. So either he's dead, or he's still in the Shadowfell, and so can't hear us, because it fucked up.
No, he wouldn't.
Or
watch
he's
that
just
one.
ignoring us.
Or he's just ignoring us.
It was good to do it.
Yeah, worth a shot.
Alright.
Worth a shot.
Are we going to have a short rest, or shall I just heal you with some fillip?
I think we should move.
I think we should also, yes, we should get moving.
We don't know how long
Valdra,
Abdu's going anyway.
Yes.
you said it was 2 days away.
Yes, about that. I don't know exactly where we are, but I know how to follow the roads. We should be able to get back.
Cool.
It's best lead as we've got. If it's up.
Yes.
We got no other guidance.
So I guess
Remember,
close to
left
the
or up?
surface.
Those are my mottos.
And you said below is just more of them.
Well, no, their clan
Clan is
lives deep
down.
below. The roads and passageways that stretch below us. This particular road, for instance, is long and is connected to many other roads. As I say, are generations before these roads were carved into the rock. Between chambers, they stretch deep into the Underdark, into the space below. Mines and treasure troves and houses and monsters, all kinds of things are connected to these tunnels, but as I say, upwards is the way that I'd like to go. That's home for me.
Then let's go.
It's just a quick thing though. Is it worth trying to lose our tracks? Like, because if they're gonna, I assume they might come back for us. Obviously,
She sort of looks round at the multiple dead bodies around you.
I mean,
Which I have yet to loot.
Blue goes through, cuts heads off. Is it worth trying to hide our tracks or try and go through some other tunnels to sort of, I don't know, lose our sense of us? I don't know.
We could try and proceed stealthily, but I I don't know whether there's anything chasing us. I don't know whether there's anything here. It's
No, just a thought, I guess.
I'm no expert in this. I would defer to the three of you.
All right. Have a look at what they've got on them. See if there's anything we can
And
use.
then straight up, or as quick as we can.
Anything that tells us more we need to know. And yes, then we go.
Aubrey, you're quite good at rifling through dead people's belongings. Do you want to have a
not
quick?
really.
Okay, well,
No,
I'll
I'll let
go.
you all make into investigation checks.
I'm not that good at it.
Do you want to investigate?
Not
Karen?
anymore.
-2.
Are you -2?
At this point, you can see Voldra just again sits down and is just taking a moment just to herself, just to relax, and you can see she's controlling her breathing and staying very squatly on one of the spaces and just breathing. What did you get?
11.
11?
7.
7?
19.
19.
Didn't need me.
Okay. So, you do find little bits and pieces. You find no jewellery or rings or bracelets or anything like that. These dwarves are all very, very sparsely adorned with clothing, effectively. They are very practically dressed. You can see that the equipment they had on them when they died is there. So amongst the bodies you see 4 sets of splint mail. I think it's splint mail on these ones. Let me just double check. Scale mail, I should say. Sorry. 2 sets of chain mail. This is all very heavy armour, and you would have to take it off and transport it somehow. But it's
Could the scale was medium.
it is, yeah.
Okay.
You could plop it in the bag.
So 4 sets of scale mail, 2 sets of chain mail, 6 shields, 3 large hammers, 2 large picks, and an axe.
What kind of axe? Hand axe?
Hand axe, yeah.
Can I have the hand axe?
You
Sure.
can have the hand axe.
Sweet.
You can see between them they have about 18 javelins.
Ooh, I'll take some javelins.
So
take the 10
how
javelins.
many is javelins is it left when you
Well, I've
are
just
finished stocking
I'm
up?
going to take 10.
They have rations for about, altogether, probably about 4 weeks worth of travel for the 3 of you, but it's all funguses and grub and weird meat of a very strange grey texture that you're not entirely sure what it is. It's edible, but of a very strange variety. You find amongst them 27 gold pieces.
Group fund.
And Theren, you got the high investigation.
Yes.
You start snooping around the cart. And one thing you do find is a hemp bag that has been sort of casually stowed to the back of it. And you go to sort of lift it and there's weight in it. You're not entirely sure what it is. Open it up and there are 4 ingots in the bag.
Holy shit.
Beautifully wrought ingots of a very fine, sparkly silver metal. And actually, once you take it out of the bag and you hold them, they're heavy, but they're much lighter than you would imagine it to be.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Blue, you look like you're about to explode. What's
He
wrong?
does know his metal work.
We got there.
Shiny metal.
No, you're having this conversation out loud, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. You can see Voldra sort of, her ears pick up and she sort of looks over and she goes, was that what's in the bag?
Do you know what it is?
She sort of picks herself up and comes up the stairs slowly, takes a look at it. This is mithril.
Holy
This
shit.
is,
Oh, I thought it was.
thank you. This must have been stolen from my clan. This is, thank you for finding this. I will, we should bring it back with me.
All right.
Yeah. Seems fair.
Splendid, thank you.
What can go in the bag of holding goes in the bag of holding.
Okay. Well, the bag of holding, you haven't got too much in it at the moment. You can get the armour in. It's all would need some work and some quite a significant amount of repair. It takes you a good hour to get all the armour off the corpses, to look at them all and to whatever. Are you doing anything with the corpses or just leaving them there?
Put them in a funny pose.
I just
They're
looked.
heavy.
I
Yeah,
think
is the
that's.
thing.
I think that's what they'd want.
I just
So
think of Theren as the one who does the funeral stuff.
Yeah.
We're just tearing all the stuff off them.
yeah, so Theren is going to say he'll handle that. Lines them up,
Yeah.
one by one, and there's 6 corpses, right?
Yeah.
Says a kind of prayer to Parith for each and every single one of them. Who's watching Theren in the minute?
I'll put it
Voldra
in.
is probably giving you a sort of a strange passing sort of from a distance is watching with a you're not quite sure what to make of that.
I'd be watching, I think.
Okay.
I assume you're just like.
I'm looking at the mithril.
Yeah.
If that's alright.
Shoots Bear Claw. Goes, does anyone have a dagger?
Nope.
I have a hand axe. 10 javelins.
Could I borrow your axe for a moment? Actually, no, forget it, never mind.
Which axe?
Takes Bear Claw, kind of like holds it in a half swording position, and carves in the body closest to the lowest point. 6 down. Sheets it.
Dude, that's. I am not looking.
Make a dexterity check for me.
That's going to be gibberish.
You try.
Dude, what
Is
the
that a
hell?
4? Was it?
Yeah, for you.
A 4. You start carving into the side of one of these creatures. You do as good a job as you can. Blue, when you get to it, it's not particularly legible. It just looks like a lot of blood.
So
and-
smiley face.
I was
It's
trying
in
to.
Dwarvish.
I was trying to exactly tell them how many of theirs we killed. Can someone do a better
6.
job?
We've counted the 6
Well,
bodies.
yes, but I want to leave a message.
I mean, you have the 6 bodies.
It's like
You don't need to.
yippee
I think that's just.
Yes, from that book we've read.
Now we've got a dwarf.
Are we done?
Yes.
Yes, we're done.
I'm sorry.
Oh! When we're back, I'll ask you some questions about something. I value your metallic knowledge.
She goes very strange at this point.
Hey ho!
Okay, right.
Well, let's get
Just go with it.
Yeah.
Follow me.
We will.
And you start making your way
Oh.
up the stairs. Now, I'd like somebody to make a perception check at the front and a perception check at the back, please, for me, as you make your way down, or up, I should say,
Up.
the tunnel.
We're definitely going up.
I'm the middle spoon, so...
Okay. Do you want to be front or back?
You go front.
10.
10.
Nah, 7.
So, you start making your way up the stairs. The pace is not fast,
No.
but it's not slow as well. Voldra, even in her exhausted state, keeps going and gets quickly into sort of a metronomic movement of just sort of breaking the stairs one at a time. And you can see there's a lot of endurance in her. She's looks strong, but she makes her way up. About sort of 2 hours or so upwards. All three of you now have sweat on your brow as you're hot, sticky. You all sit down for some lunch or some sort of rest to get
Does this count as a short rest?
If you want to take a short rest, yeah. At the moment, you're still on this staircase.
I mean, you said we were all sitting down for a rest.
Yeah, it's just like a couple of minutes.
I think we should keep going.
Yeah.
Take a short rest if you want.
Yeah.
No, let's keep going.
She looks over. Sorry, you took weapons from those creatures. Correct?
Oh, yeah. We should What would you like? Yeah, what would you like?
What are you best using?
We've got shields. We've got axes.
No. An axe? Can I take an axe? And a
Yes.
hammer? Do you have any hammer?
I think they do
I
have
can
hammer.
give you a hammer. I can give you 2 hammers. I can give you a hammer and a pick. I can give you 2 picks. But if you want the axe, you're gonna have to ask him.
I guess I'll have 2 hammers.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah,
good.
you will.
Okay. I'm best. Thank you. I'm best with an axe, but she puts it up there. That's okay.
It's okay.
Would you like some armor? It may
no,
have some blood
It
on
might
it.
not fit as well.
It's okay. Yeah. Can I have a look? And she sort of goes through the back. This is
I bring up 1 chain and 1 scale.
She sort of looks at it. The chain will probably be fitting better. Do you mind?
No,
Oh.
It
have
makes
it.
me feel a little more protected.
Yeah, of course.
She sort of gets into it, and while the fit's not great, it's close enough, clearly fitted for a dwarf, and is she fits into it well.
Yeah.
The hammer's on the side. She takes on a different appearance. She seems much more capable, much more in control. As she sort of looks down and goes, I feel a bit safer, thank you.
Suits you.
Are you sure you want? No, never mind. This way, please.
Of course.
And starts making her way further up. You ascend for another 3 to 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It is a constant trek upwards. The 3 of you are knackered by the time you get to the top. You have breaks. There's no rush, and whilst it's tough going, the exercise is not as sapping as it was previously in the Shadowfell. After about 4 hours or so, you see Voldra sort of start to go slowly and starts to hold her hands and just sort of lightly graze her hand over the wall. You can see she walks probably for about 5-6 minutes, going up the stairs, and then eventually just sort of puts both hands on and then just pushes in a brick
Oh, cool.
seamlessly, and there's like a little puff there as the wall opens, and inside you see a small room at about 25 feet or so, deep, about 10 feet, complete with bunk beds. You can see the remnants of a fire, still long burnt out ashes in a small fireplace. A rug, very, very, it looks quite tough and quite coarse, but still on the floor in front. A chair, even a bookcase of some kind. She sort of gestures you in. three of you make your way in. She closes the wall and sort of sits down on the chair and sort of, we'll be safe here. This is one of our... All along this passage, our clan have left safety points for when we need to travel around and about outside of our safe areas, effectively.
Clever.
Yes, we shouldn't be found. Even the Durgar don't know about these safe spots. We've been in these before whilst their patrols have manned the corridors outside and they've never noticed us.
Are we in complete darkness?
You would be in complete darkness, but you've been burning through your torches.
Right,
Now,
okay.
at this point,
That's
you would
good
have got through another 7 torches.
Holy moly.
Well, I'm guessing. Well, how many have you got left, Blue?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, you don't have to use all of yours. I was going to say we could split it between us.
I've got 2 left.
Okay. But how many have you used, though? Have you just used...
I just took
you
off
just-
7.
Okay. Alright.
Because
I'll do the next
I've been light bearer.
Yeah, okay. Next time.
Because
Volterite goes into the
one-handed.
room,
Yeah.
and you can see the stone fireplace that's been carved almost into the rock behind. Everything is made of rock, but you can see the colours are very similar. It's been polished. It's clearly just a hole that's been dug in. Where the dirt has gone, you're not sure. She runs her hand over the fireplace, and there's a point just underneath where she sort of a couple of adjusters and clicks it. And the fireplace almost lights up. You can see just soft runes light up around the fireplace. The fire itself, just a nice gentle fire, almost seems to come up. You can see her sort of starting to take the chainmail off again, hangs it up on some pegs you can see now have been left. The whole thing is perfectly equipped for the people in military gear, even her weapons she hangs on the walls in certain places. She shows you how to run your hands over the walls, and again, where you think there are bricks, you sort of turn a brick in and pull it out, and an entire weapon frame will come out of the wall and just seamlessly hide back in. It's like an IKEA
Yeah,
shop,
I'm literally going to say
on
IKEA.
steroids. You see, everything is immaculate. The only thing that's not is the bunk beds, and you can see where they've been built. They've been, again, carved into the walls, stone slabs, but with soft but functional bedding has been put on top of them. I'm afraid I'm going to have to be very antisocial, and I'm just going to go to sleep. But if you need anything, you don't have any food, would you? Anything we could eat?
Yeah, we've got some rations.
Yes,
I
we
don't want to
picked
be a
up
burden, but
some
No,
of the rations from those things.
the Durgar.
Yes. And I recently take out like one of the weird sort of grey meaty fungi ration things.
It takes like
Is that good for normals?
yeah, it's a mushroom that's found deep in the Underdark. I'll confess that it's not something I particularly like, but if that's what we've got.
No,
then
no,
that's
I
fine.
might give her another one of my rations.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, she's grateful actually, and mark it off.
Yep.
And so a day's rations as well for the
I
third
marked
you
off
need
one
to
from
go.
before as well, so I've only got 3
Yeah,
days
exactly.
left. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I will give some of my rations to
no.
Aubrey and go, I'm fine. We've eaten whatever it is. I guarantee you we had worse at the Citadel. I'll be fine.
Wait, are you taking... You're going to eat those mushrooms?
Do you want to risk it?
Valdred, these are fine for consumption.
she looks at them.
Oh no!
Because if you get the squits, that armour doesn't come off quick.
I imagine it is. The Durgar they are tough creatures. They've lived through years of torment down in the dark. I'm not entirely sure whether it's enjoyable food, but I'm sure it's fine.
Keep your rations for now, Theren. We'll be out soon enough.
With the dwarf people,
Exactly.
you guys have food,
Yeah, it's
right?
2 days. It'll be alright.
We'll be fine. Keep it for now.
What could possibly go wrong? What?
Well, that's very kind. If you don't mind, and
course.
she makes her way.
Could someone
Very
help me
quickly
out of
gets into one of
this?
the bottom bunks and then just is out like a light.
Oh, I guess it's night time now.
Well, we don't know.
No, it's confusing.
Alright, well, I can take first watch if you two want to sleep.
I don't mind.
Yeah, we could have sleep. Huh?
Might as well. She's going to be out for a while.
Already you can start to hear her.
Besides, if I slept through Blue's snoring, I'm pretty sure I can sleep through that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, go on. Get some rest.
Shall I create the hut just in case?
I think we should be okay.
Yeah, we seem reasonably alright.
Okay.
Go on, I'll... someone just relieve me when it's time.
Okay.
Will do.
So we're doing watches?
Fair
Okay. Perfect.
She wakes up.
Oh. No, we're doing watches. Okay, so who's taking first watch?
Theren.
Theren's taking first one.
Make a perception
You
check.
role played yourself into sleep.
9.
So tired. Yeah, go on then, Blue. After
Oh,
you.
for God's sake, that's the third time you'd missed it.
I'm going to insist that you roll in it next time.
19.
Yeah.
It's
Aubrey.
so he gets that.
Yeah, but I get good rolls if I miss it.
That's 11.
It's true, he does.
As the three of you take your shifts, there is no noise outside. You are undisturbed. The silence is uncanny. But actually, now that you're in a small space, it's a little bit bearable because the three of you are all making noise softly and it's more companionable. So,
Sorry.
oh my god.
Look, as long as Theren isn't on a bunk below Blue...
Poisonous cloud!
You all have beds as well, and you are fairly comfortable. So, for the purposes of this, that you all get a long rest without check.
Oh, cool.
So you all get 2 hit dice back, you get all your spells, and you get all of your hit points back.
All my
Of course.
rages, all my looks.
All your rages, all your lucks, all your skills,
Ah, this is great.
everything comes back.
Hooray. I'm just going to wait till the rubber to come round.
Eventually, during the end of your shift, Aubrey, as you're sort of waiting for everybody to rise, Voldra does get up first. She sort of gets up, starts to rouse the other two. We should keep moving. If one of them got away, correct?
The leader.
The big one.
I dread to think the Dogar and the dwarves, we've fought for years and large-scale incursions have been waged over less than the deaths of allies. I think we should keep moving.
Alright.
Sounds good. You know this better.
Thank you. And she leads you out back into the chamber. The chamber now seems cold compared to the warmth of the room. You can see once the door is open, the fire disappears down almost before the door is opened. No light leaks out into the corridor, but you make your way out. She lights the torches, and you continue. You continue climbing the stairs, but this time only for about 2 hours before the stairs stop and the tunnel goes forwards and then curves round to the left. You get the sense that a lot of height has been achieved, but the corridors become more windy left and right. Every now and then you drop into a natural fissure or opening of some kind that sort of drops down a little bit around stalagmites, stalactites. You can see all of these incredible structures that have been made in these natural caverns. Every now and then running water seems to flow past you. Crystals have been sort of left. It is beautiful in a very eerie way, but as you move through the shadows from the torchlight, as you move across, it's very eerie. And 2 more perception checks as you're going through.
Natural 1.
Not much better, that's a 7.
Perfect. As you go and keep going through, you don't find anything as you go along. It takes another 2 hours. You stop for, again, a sort of lunch break. As more food is. I love how you find lunch break funny.
It's like an idea of a
It's
picnic.
like, of course you stop to eat. It's like, why would
You
you're
just-
going to walk all day?
I'm
Protein packs.
I'm imagining a picnic blanket, okay?
And then like the
Just-
basket, the
I
bag comes
does Blue
out.
not have a picnic blanket? I expect very much that Blue
I
has a
feel like you
picnic
would
blanket.
He
bought one.
does now.
Yeah, I think you bought it in your
I'm
brand.
just
I'll-
picturing whenever Theren is just sat there with the ration in one hand, looks away, looks back, and Blue's just taking a huge bite out of his food.
I will mark off 5 silver pieces for a nice picnic blanket.
Oh, that's very sick. And you continue. Again, every now and then, you can see that Voldra will get to a turning crossroads or a sort of a directional change, and she'll think for a second. Sometimes you'll pace backwards for 10 minutes before she corrects herself and keeps going. At T-junction, she seems to sort of like feel the walls as much as reading anything before she decides on a direction and keeps going. And you travel most of the day. So again, another 6 torches will need to be marked off, please.
I'll mark these ones off.
Okay.
Alright, I'm down to 5.
Okay. And as you're making your way through, she eventually leads you to a series of chambers and corridors that are much wider than the other ones. They drop down and suddenly a 10-foot passage becomes a 25-foot passage. Columns every now and then intersecting, of the roof being held. You get the sense of enormous weight from above you being held by these pillars as you walk down this long procession for 5-10 minutes. And eventually you reach a set of huge doors carved into the side, almost like this entrance of the temple. And she sort of leads you outside. She sort of looks around. It's fine. They know we're here already. We would have been stopped if we were danger. They recognise me. She walks up to the door and knocks. Stands back. And eventually, almost with no noise, the doors open inwards into a large chamber of about maybe 100 feet back, 70 feet wide. And it seems to be a large, almost tavern-like space. Suddenly, as soon as the doors open, the noise hits you of individuals, 20, 30, 40 individuals, all sat round drinking, singing, laughing, all dwarves. You can see a large fire at the end of one place. You can see a bar soaked in beer as somebody behind the bar desperately filling up glasses as fast as they can, slinging them down the bar. Somebody will grab one, start drinking as one comes past the other, as the next person grabs it. Every now and then you see somebody grab the beer but miss it as they go and try and steal someone else's, and smash, it goes on the floor and beer goes everywhere, and people get up and start punching each other, but in a raucous way, and there's singing and laughing and just a real sense of energy. And you can see Voldra's face just sort of relaxes as she leads you all in and the doors close behind. And there's a moment as you walk in where everything almost seems to stop. Yeah, exactly. Shut a moment as everybody looks over and there's just silence all of a sudden as 2 dwarven individuals, a man and a woman, very elegantly decorated in full plate armour. You can see beautifully wrought plate with a big spear down one hand, a big shield down the other as they're holding it, and they immediately come and, "Who is this? Who do you bring to our halls?" And she sort of holds her hands out. "My name is Voldra Oberon.
I'm watching you.
Was kidnapped. These 3 have saved me." And there's a moment where the 2 guards are sort of looking incredulously until you hear a voice coming from inside of the room that just says, "Voldra! Voldra!" As a dwarven man stands up. You can see sort of middle-aged to sort of late years. You can see grey hair and a huge beard, sort of almost like salt and pepper, where the grey and the white is mixed together. Big bushy eyebrows that almost go to his ears in places. You can see just beer-stained tunic as he stands up and goes, "Voldra, we thought you were dead. Come here!" And sort of like pushes tables over as he makes his way. She jumps and grabs him. There's a big hug and suddenly there's cheering and celebrating. One of the dwarves immediately sort of like comes up from the bar, stinking of booze, and sort of looks at you and goes, "Drink on me."
I immediately stand on a table and start performing.
Make a performance check.
Oh, if this goes really badly, the drink
They're
is really strong.
going to talk to us.
That's 18.
18.
No.
Oh, you rolled 7, still getting 18. Blue starts playing. You can see he's a bit confused by what's going on, but you get a good of an attention. Some of the dwarves pick up instruments, drums and tambourines, and start to play along with you. You can see as soon as the music starts, people just start cheering, and every now and then a stool is picked up and thrown on the fire, and it just burns They start dancing around the fire in a strange sort of squat line dance as they go around. They pull you into the middle. It's quite warm against the fire, but you're playing anyways. You just watch Blue get caught up in this for a while.
I bring the goodwill, you guys do the serious talk, okay?
Well, he's in his element.
The male dwarf sort of comes up to you and pats you very roughly on the back, Aubrey. You sort of go, oh,
Hello.
and I can see. Is it true? Did you save Voldra?
Yes.
She'd
Well,
been imprisoned by some of your enemies.
She had.
Yes.
Bastards. They
Agreed.
raided one of our outlying sort of scouting parties a week back or so. We'd assumed that they'd all been driven off, but Voldra was nowhere to be seen. There are still scouts out looking for her, but we just assumed she died. This is fantastic news. I thank you so much. The Durgard. It is a rare sight that one of their raiding parties is interrupted and stopped in that way.
Well, there's
Thank
6
you
less
so
of them
much.
now.
6? Less.
Oh, well, that would
Fewer.
explain it then. He sort of like lines. He sort of like stands back on his legs, shifts his weight around. You can see he's
Well,
very
there we go.
sweaty. As he looks back and goes, that would explain a bit more. 6 of them. Ah, you were lucky. I'd heard there had been a bit of a skirmish when they stole Vodrum in the first place. No, 15 of them attacked. We knew we'd killed some, but we didn't think that many had got away. Oh, congratulations. That's still an achievement. Takes normally a band of trained dwarven warriors to take on the Durgar like that. You have my... Yeah, well done.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, Iraq. Lovely to meet you.
Iraq,
And
what-
sort of takes your big hand,
Fantastic name.
strong handshake. Theren, you feel yourself being a little bit crushed. Aubrey, he tries. You give it back. He sort of, there's a moment where he sort of nods. I like you.
I like you.
Tell me, what are you doing down here? We rarely have visitors.
The short version is that we are quite lost.
Well, that would explain. Well, how did you get down here?
A portal.
A portal?
Mm-hmm. Do you know of the big chasm with the bridge and the weird eye creature?
The one
Portal.
that thinks it knows everything, but
The
evidently
guardian of the
doesn't.
bridge, yeah.
He sort of thinks back. Oh, yes, the Bridge of Ancients. God, how did you get there?
Good question.
So we were on the surface in a place called Mount Arnan.
Mount Arnan.
It's a giant mountain jutting out
Of
from
an
the
island.
water.
Yeah.
You mean from above ground? Well, that would explain. We rarely have visitors from above ground. This is quite the moment.
And for us too.
Well, so you came from above.
So we were sent to another plane to go find an artifact.
The shadow fell.
Yes.
Right.
I'll
I'll be honest, you lost me.
It's
You lost me.
it's a long
This
story.
is-
Basically, in this other plane, we found a portal to get us back here, but underground.
Yeah,
Which
hang
is
on,
where
hang
we
on,
found
hang
your
on.
bridge.
You took the steps back. I'm not the one to be telling this story to. You have
Okay.
my come with me. And he pulls you.
I go
further
grab
into
drinks
the back,
quickly.
yeah. And they've been brought to you by
Oh,
this
even
point.
better.
He takes you into the room. Amongst the tables, you just get bumped and barged everywhere as these individuals. Again, only 30 or so of them, but still making a lot of noise.
I know.
As you're dragged
Do they bash me?
closer to the back. where a much older looking dwarf, a lady, but still you can see just wisps of beard and stubble in various places, but still very elegantly wrought clothing. Just a tunic, but you can see just fantastic patterns of silk and colours in all various places. As she sat back on a chair, just sort of with her eyes closed, listening, as he sort of makes his way over and goes, Bela! I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but these lot have a story for you. You can see her eyes open. Yes? Well, you're the visitors. Explain yourselves. What are you doing here?
We are on.
Tell the story.
Yeah. I help in some areas.
Bela, however, there is recognition in your story. Her eyes light up in the places you expect her to.
Hey.
She's not necessarily surprised by the overworld per se, but the mention of Mount Arnan and the bridge especially. She thinks about it and goes, we dwarves, my name is Bela Goldspire. I am the head of the clan. I look after my dwarves as best we can, and we do that by keeping ourselves a secret. We rarely trade with the outside world, and where we do, it's done very carefully. We have passages out of Mount Arnan, this mountain that you call it. It's not what we call it, but I recognise the one you mean. It's I travel from here, but there is a way. But the passages these are closely guarded secrets. They keep us safe. They keep us. So I believe you when you say you didn't take them to get here. Without being too blunt, it would be impossible for somebody who didn't know the way to make their way here. The passages out of Mount Arnan itself are perfectly hidden. You say you went to the Shadowfell?
Yes.
Not willingly.
No, I know of nobody who would willingly go there. They're not for any good and right purpose.
Yeah.
And you defeated Durgar.
6 of them. There was a larger one. Seemed to be a leader. I'm not sure what rank, but he was definitely in command of the group we fought. He escaped.
Which means he will have returned to their city and will likely bring reinforcements. We normally escape most confrontation with the Durgar. They tend not to come up this high. We tend not to go down that low. Our mines we mine sideways in safety behind our walls. We do what we can without leaving the clan, but they do sometimes attack raiding parties. I sense that one of these raids is likely going to escalate into something larger now, but I am very grateful for the help that you've given. It is and Voldra, where were they? What happened? And Voldra gives us sort of a tale of. She was with 5 of the dwarves. They were on a scouting party, mapping out one of the lesser known passageways a little bit below where the clan is. Every now and then it has to be just flushed out effectively to make sure that no nefarious creature has taken up residence there. She explains to you oozes sometimes can come out of the walls. They've been known to house monsters that camouflage themselves into the rock and eat creatures that are unwilling. So travel tends to be in groups, and it tends to be, for safety purposes. And they ambushed us. They all invisible. 15 of them. We fought them off well, but I was knocked out in the fight and fell. At some point, I must have fallen into some space below. They must have found me. I'm ashamed to have been kidnapped, but when I woke, I was pleased to see that at least half of their party had been killed, clearly. You can see Bela sort of thinks to herself, I this is the service you've done is incredible. Please stay here for as long as you need. Rest. We will refill your supplies. Drink, celebrate, party as you wish. You have earned it all. Perhaps we should talk in the morning as to what you want to do.
That's very kind of you. Obviously we will, but I don't suppose you know anything of this artifact we're looking for.
Artifact?
And then go and explain what this artifact we're looking for is.
Well, do you? What do you say?
Oh.
What do you know about the artifact?
It's like an artifact that. We've explained why we've come to the island, right? So all sorts.
Yeah, kind of. Well, you fill her in. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I say, this artifact we're looking for, we know it's ancient, pre-cataclysm, and we know
Do
it.
you know
if we see
what
it.
the cataclysm is?
Housed in an underwater fortress.
That's what we assumed it was. Oh, you're not there. Okay.
Well, I'm afraid I'm not entirely sure what the cataclysm is per se. We've lived in these underground chambers for centuries, millennia, generations. Us dwarves are very long-lived. But no, I'm afraid I don't.
You have nothing of ancient dwarves, perhaps? Any ancient civilizations that were here before you?
We have many relics and artifacts, but there's no. Well, I'm afraid you give me very little to go on here.
Nothing that stands out. If I said to you, name one artifact from your collection, and you go, oh, and the one that comes to you.
I would politely tell you that would be our artifact.
No, that's fine. I just wondered if you knew of one.
I'm afraid I don't.
Sweet, cool.
You'll have to forgive us. We were given almost no information to go on, as I'm sure you've been able to glean thus far.
Hey.
What?
Nothing. I go and drink more.
Thank you for your offer of hospitality. My friends and I will gladly take it, at least for the night. And I turn to Valdra and say, I'm glad you're home safe.
Thank you. I plan on going to see my family.
When this is done, can you show us the quickest way to the surface? There's things we need to be back for.
She sort of thinks about it and we can discuss it in the morning.
Alright. Which way is the bar?
Point there, a large bar.
Huge!
Yeah.
I'm
just
already
one
there.
room in here.
Great. Let's hope your kin are feeling generous.
Fantastic. And you do not pay for a drink all night. You have some time to relax,
Oh,
chat.
then at one point when the three of us are all sort of close enough, I reach into the bag of holding, pull out 20 platinum coins, go, I found these through the portal that I went through that I disappeared for a few minutes in. And I give Aubrey 7 platinum coins and I give Blue 7 platinum coins.
Thank you.
Oh,
It's kind of you.
Right.
Yeah, I've got a drink in my hand.
You okay?
Dwarven bear is strong.
Very strong.
Is it? I've yet to really...
Oh no.
It is strong. It is.
Good God, that's strong!
I'm not entirely sure what it would be brewed from, but it is strong.
Mushrooms.
you could weaponize this. Oh.
Alright, so we've made it to safety again. At a bar again.
Do you want me to try speaking to
Carmian?
Is this him?
I don't think we should.
I think I should.
No, not because of that. I assume if this place is supposed to be secret, announcing that we're still underground, and you're not sure if you're... Well, you said you didn't have a reply. message unread, etc.
That is incredibly diplomatic of you.
Yes.
I have my moments.
You've been drinking
Is
as
that
much
because
as
you've
I
been?
have.
Is that because you've been drinking? You're feeling more diplomatic
I've
now.
had 2.5 drinks, so I think that's the perfect time to make decisions. Any more than that, the world falls apart. I'm not high-fiving you right now.
No, I've drunk more than
Yeah, I
that.
can tell. But I think we should just maybe keep it on the down low for now.
Was Xerieos talk good? You spoke.
Yes, they know how to lead us back to Mount
nice.
Arnan.
So it was quite a ways away, though.
There's a chance that if there is some sort of conflict that comes to these people because of what we've done, even though we're presented no choice, it's not right of us to leave them to it alone. If there's a battle coming...
You could leave them the armour and the swords and the stuff. We don't need it.
I think the Auroras are pretty well armoured. Look at those guys.
And you do, yeah. The dwarves are immaculately garbed when they're not beer-stained, and some of them are wearing very fine metalwork. There's a lot of plate armour, there's a lot of finely wrought chainmail. It's very skillfully crafted.
I think they'll be aware of an attack on them. There's nothing much we can do.
I know, and believe me, I want to be back in Ybrit
We could ask them how things are.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
We won't be there tomorrow, Theren, you know that.
Yes, I know. Or at least
Many weeks away.
1 to 2 weeks.
If the boat's still there,
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't know how long.
such as sexy for the
Did you just say such
Yeah,
as sexy?
Yeah, hang on. Let's unpack that.
What?
Oh, sorry, no, I forgot. 1 minute. And I want to go back to Balin.
Bayla,
Sorry.
she has gone. You cannot see her.
Is Valdra there?
No. And actually, now you look, having spent a few minutes drinking, the bar has slowly been clearing out. There's probably about 15 people left, and they all tend to be a bit drunk now, a bit groggy.
To the bartender then.
Yeah, there's sort of
Next
stood there.
available
You can
NPC.
see, again, a very burly, but just efficiently built. You can see large muscles, but very wiry for a dwarf. But you can see him just vigorously cleaning a glass as you walk over. Hi.
Hello. Where has Baylor gone?
Bayla.
Yes.
Well, home.
Right. To bed. I've realised I need to give her something.
So this is the pub. She doesn't live in the pub.
Right.
She's gone
No,
home.
we found something of value to your people. I would simply like to return it.
Oh, well, I'm sure she'll come to you in the morning.
Right. Okay.
It's not lost and found here.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Oh, I see what it is now.
The mithril.
Yeah.
Thank you. Apologies for. Can I have another round for my friends and I, please?
That's something I can understand. You sort of pours some sort of, gets a bear. You can see dark, frothy bear.
Sorry. One last thing.
Yep.
Do you see the big one?
So it looks at which big one?
The big one with the hair.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
Right.
You're all big. Sorry, I got a bit confused.
Yeah.
You're very tall.
Apologies. I should have said the biggest.
Right. Yeah.
Where's this going?
She is quite fond of the booze.
Good.
What is the best drink you have here?
So it looks back.
I will obviously I will pay for it.
Oh, no. You're covered.
No. I insist. I'm not going to request.
You can insist more you want to me. I've already been paid.
All right then.
Sort of goes back, and under the bar you can see a small green bottle is taken and cork is taken out. Small glass is put in, and a very treacle-like substance is poured in. About maybe a centimetre of it, and cork back in under the bar. Hand it to you. That's the best. It looks sludgy.
Is there any chance of 2 more of those?
I like this bourbon.
Yeah, gives you 2 more.
Thank you. If you do want me to pay for these in the morning, just let me know.
Will do.
I come back and I hold out one for Aubrey.
What's this?
This is the best drink they have.
Right. Why are you giving it to me?
Because we're not dead. And... Oh, he's got one as well, and so have I.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Never thought I'd say this when we all first met. But I didn't think I would find friends in either of you. I didn't think we'd still be together at this point. I didn't want either of those things. And I've never been so glad to be wrong.
Oh.
To you both.
Just for being wrong.
It is incredibly sludgy and thick, almost like toffee, the chewy sort of texture, but it is incredibly sweet. Incredibly sweet. Very, very Moorish. Very easy to drink. A warming sensation that goes down that seems to just warm you. You can feel it in your ears, you can feel it in your throat, you can feel it in your elbows, just everywhere. It just warms you. And then it burns, but it's gone again, and it just leaves you with this lingering warmth sensation. You're very sleepy, very content.
Theren, there's something we got to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
But I need you to promise me something.
Yeah.
Don't be cross.
I am fine.
And I want you to remember,
Mm-hmm.
this wasn't Blue's fault.
I think anything's your fault, is it?
I don't know where she's going with this.
It's fine. It's fine. I love you. You're fine.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I love everyone.
Love you too. What do you want?
You remember the Arcanite?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I'm very proud of you for being honest about that, by the way. I didn't say it at the
No.
time, but
You did.
you did a very good job.
You did. It's been playing on my mind recently. And
No, I
there's something...
shouldn't
You were-
play on anyone's mind.
No, let us speak. Don't interrupt. It's rude. You were very good. Well done.
Yes.
No, really.
think-
From the bottom of my heart, you did a great thing there in being honest about it. It was exactly what I wanted you to do. Good job.
Thank you. Stealthing off.
9, I've tried and leave.
You're gone like the wind. You see Blue just wandering
That's
off.
fine. That's fine.
Who the fuck is he again?
I'm getting drinks.
Theren?
Yeah.
I need you to pay attention to this.
Sorry, right. Go on.
The Arcanite.
Yes.
So...
All 10 whole vials of it.
You're just getting on.
The second day, I think, when we were at Ebrit, Blue asked me if I wanted it identified. And I said yes.
Okay. That's a fair.
When he touched it, stuff happened. He's okay.
I'm slowly leaning back now.
He's not addicted, but we could have confirmed on the day of the meeting actually, that it was magic drugs. And so that's good. We got it confirmed. No, this is the bit I don't want you to be cross about. And again, it's not Blue's fault. When he touched it, he may have used a tiny, really small bit of it.
Just to clarify,
Yes.
the 10 vials that were counted exactly
Yeah,
for the deal to keep the Athena running,
correct.
the two of you, without asking me or even letting me
No,
know
now,
before or
I
after.
take-
Let me finish.
Okay.
Chose to, I presume, either touch or drink, assuming how his magic works.
Didn't
the
drink
former
it. Didn't drink it. Wouldn't have let him drink it.
still chose not to inform me of this,
No.
and then let us all walk into that deal knowing nothing,
Yes.
thus further endangering Grumac and his crew.
It's good not to have secrets between us, isn't it? I'm telling you this now because I don't know if we'll get out of this alive, so I thought it'd be good to have a clear conscience. It clearly was not the right moment.
No. Thank you for telling me. I respect that must have been quite difficult for you.
It wasn't that difficult.
I understand that you've probably been sitting on this information.
Some weeks, yeah. But like I said, I'd rather...
No, the point is,
Yes.
it's out there now, and now we can deal with it as a group.
You're not going to leave us.
No,
Good.
but why would I do such a thing like
No,
that?
well, because technically you're not implicated in this as much as, say, me or Blue. You could easily just get back to Everett, rescue your friend, sail away.
And do
That's how
what?
famous song goes.
And do what?
I don't know.
No, something that they need to be stopped, and in getting Cass out of prison, not only do we get her free, but we also get the information that she has. We can do what needs to be done to protect that place, which is what we should do.
Good.
And frankly, whichever way you look at it, they now have less of that to distribute. And we'll kill them all anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Sure.
Like how quickly you've sobered up.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
your
very
rage.
incredible.
Not for good paladins, eh?
Yeah.
The only thing that can cure a hangover. Divine justice. And the truth.
What does Theren love more, Cass or justice?
Together.
Look, we've all been through a lot, and I don't blame you for doing what you did. I'm sure whatever Blue was,
He was helping.
yes, whatever he was placed in contact with was purely for scientific reasoning. This is fine. This is all right. It's good that I know. Now we can move forward.
Well, sort of. I've told you something. I need you to be honest with me now.
All right. What do you want to know?
The sword.
Yes. He's not smiling, by the way.
No, I
That's-
know.
That's
You're
David
saying-
trying not to laugh.
Do you have control of it?
What do you mean? Do I have control? It's a weapon.
Make a Christmas saving throw for me.
Oh,
12.
As he replies,
Mhm.
you can see, not aggressively,
No.
that Theron's hand has been on Bearclaw for some time now.
Why are you lying to me?
I'm not lying.
Look at your hand.
Yes.
Your hand is on the sword. When we were on that bridge, you had that sword out when you were trying to talk with the creature, parley with it, and you almost got us killed.
No, that thing wanted us dead.
It was just firing blindly. It was frightened. It was
It
paranoid.
wasn't fighting. It was
You-
screaming, "I'm going to kill you" over and over again.
I want to know, can I trust you?
Of course you can.
Are you still in there, Theren? Or am I talking to someone else?
But I don't have multiple personality disorder, Aubrey. I know what I am.
I can't. That sword.
Look, the sword is
You-
fine. It's all right.
We both know it's not fine.
It's.
You were talking to someone in the dark. Times when you sort of just happen to have your hand out, the sword is there, and we don't question it because we are in danger. We are now not in danger. I want to know.
Do you want to know who I was talking to?
I can hazard a guess who it was. But that's not the point. I need to know if the time comes, will you be at our side or will you just hack us down with that sword? As you've said, you can be a powerful person with that sword. You could easily claim me in two. And I have no doubt about that.
I think we've proven to the contrary, but...
If the time comes, do I need to prepare to stop this?
No, you're fine. You're both fine. It's a weapon. Look.
I need you to be truthful with me.
I am being truthful.
Okay.
The sword is not a concern. It's... If the situation was different, would I have taken it? No. But I didn't see another option. And I felt that what happened to you was my fault. And I had to do what I could. Now all we have to do is kill one thing and return a pendant. And it is a new power. I'm learning to control it. It is strange. It's unlike Paris magic.
Does she know about it?
That's a very complicated question to answer.
Right.
Yes. No. I don't know. We've spoken.
Mm-hmm.
And she can't seem to touch it, which is that it I mean, I don't know.
You're in bed.
No, he's at the bar. Look, a lot has changed. I need time. It's a new power. I need time to learn to deal with it. That's all. Give me that. That's all I ask for.
How about this instead? You've picked up many weapons today. Use one of them instead.
I'd really rather not.
Why not?
Because they're nothing in comparison.
Why do you rely on it?
Because have you seen...
Use a different weapon.
I don't want to. Stop using your great axe.
And use what instead?
I don't know. A different weapon.
A hand axe?
If you want. It's your decision. You see, I might as well tell you to stop raging, or stop having lightning fire from you, or tell him to put down his instrument.
Control that.
I can control this.
Really?
Yes. I'm in control. It's fine. When I'm not... He and I have already had this discussion. When I'm not in control, you will know it. If I look like I'm going to threaten an innocent life, then I give you permission to stop me. But if...
Including our own.
I would never do anything to harm the two of you. The only thing I want is for both of you to be fine. When this is over, when we stop travelling together, you two have lives. I just go back to the Order. You have things that you can do. I've seen you trade when you're not getting in your own way, and you have a talent for it. I've seen him perform and entertain crowds. I'm just an inquisitor. That's not even that right now.
Is that what you believe? That you are just this? And
Of course, it's what I was born
so
to
you
be.
rely on other...
It's fine. Really, it's fine. It'll be okay. I promise you.
Making a lot of promises, Theren, and I'll get up, walk away.
With this pearl, I can identify things.
Can you now?
I can't identify me. No, Dragon Man. I don't know, funny feelings. I can't speak to my dad over magic. That would be terrible. 25 words, are you really my dad? What
Alright.
do you think?
Alright, he says. He sort of like picks you up and bed for you. Come on. And sort of walks you out and makes you way to one of the booths at the back and sort of pulls something on the wall and boom. A sort of bed is brought down from the wall, turning the booth into sort of like a flat area.
Nice.
You just go, right, go on, in you get.
Thank you.
In you get, draw some curtains. I think very quickly fall asleep. At this point, the two of you are probably the last two in the bar right now. There's maybe a dwarf passed out on one of the chairs, snoring at the table. Do you
So,
want me to set these up for you as well?
please.
If you don't mind.
Will do. And makes his way around. Alright, no going behind the bar when I'm gone. I trust you.
No worries.
Alright. Sweet dreams. Disappears down behind the back and leaves you to it. And unless you tell me otherwise, the three of you go to sleep. The alcohol catches up with you all as you're in bed. There's spinning. It just makes you very aware of being underground. All you want is a breeze. See the light, see the sky, something that orientates you. Especially when the room gets quite dark, it's difficult to see. You're easily enough, you can sort of walk to get yourself water, to go to the loo if you need. You can orientate yourself. That's what I mean. It's more of the sense of where you are. Not knowing which way is north, not knowing whether there's a slight incline in the room, not knowing, just there's no perspective on anything, and it makes the spinning of the alcohol worse. And the three of you have a long rest, you sleep.
Ooh.
It's a weird night's sleep though. Blue, you are just racked with dreams of you playing music with your instrument breaking, so you throw it to the ground and then it bounces back up and you've got it again and it's fine, and your dad's standing there going, of course it's fine, look at it, I made it for you, it's invincible. And then you're like, I don't know if it is, I think it might be broken. And he's like, no, I think it's fine, it's absolutely okay. But then he'll disappear and you'll be wandering through a forest back on Galen, and it's all confusing and it's just maddening dreams, wild dreams. But
Wholesomeness of your dreams.
it sort of flicks back to encounters you've had recently.
So pre 9 p.m, aren't they?
You can see the dwarves, and then before that you can see the ogres, the giants, and before that the slugs, the wall of fire, the crocodile, the hag, the rats. Everything comes back, and you just you think of Aubrey, and you think of Theren and how they fight, and you in your dreams you're bouncing off walls and kicking over chairs and standing on tables and flourishing with a wild swing. And there's a moment as you wake up as you're thinking, one day. And it's just one of those dreams you wake up happy. Theren, your dreams are muddled and muddled again. You can't help but think of the ship, the rocking of the room. Suddenly you're back on the Athena, rocking this way and that way, and then you're on the Falling Star with its more round rocking of the smaller boat that you. And you get up in the middle of the night and you're finding yourself trying to get water, and you're blinking and you realise it's a dream, and you're back in the citadel, and just somebody to your left is screaming at you, and you look and it's one of the Inquisitors in charge of the training. You recognise him, but in that featureless way of dreams, you know you should recognise him, but you don't. As he shouts at you, you've regimented, you're not disciplined, your stance is off, your aggression is off, you're so slow. You need to train, you need to follow Perith, you need to learn your studies, your armour. And it's just, you turn away, it's too loud. And just sort of to the right, you see another face, but this time more genteel, long black hair at this sort of place. And he goes, no, that's not the way. The power is here. You just have to believe, Theren. You just have to let me show you. Let me focus your power. I can give you so much more. Theren, get back to training. Get back here and learn your sword maneuvers. Worship. Do your stuff. And it's just constant back and forth. This promise of power, regimented, organised, chaotic. And in your dream, you turn and you walk in one direction. Which one?
I have a question first.
Okay.
Yes?
The person with the long black hair.
It's dreamlike. It's difficult to say. It's whatever you want it to mean.
Oh my god.
Screaming, follow Parith. On one side, power, following your heart on the other.
Give me your answer in a second.
God.
Aubrey, your dreams are intense.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's the constant of the spinning, and suddenly you're fighting, you're wrestling, you're hitting, and that booming voice. You must grow. Fight. Up. And again, you're up again, and you're standing and you fight, and you're hacking away at things, and anything you fight just comes back stronger and more powerful, and you just can't hold it down. And suddenly the crocodile is there again, the giant crocodile. It grabs you and under you go. The cold, it hits you, the cold sweat combined with the ocean, the saltiness in your eyes and your ears and your mouth. You're drowning, you can't breathe. And again the voice, no, you must grow. And lightning floods through you, the power, and suddenly your lungs clear. There's a moment where your eyes wake, and suddenly the crocodile with its mouth around you knows. It knows this isn't its domain anymore.
It's
And you wake up.
Yeah, that's right.
The three of you, congratulations, you've made it to level 6.
Yeah!
Awesome.
Well done. So, we can do the level up at the table.
No, I don't think.
I have done... We've got to level 5 and I've made you all do average health. From this point you may choose to roll a dice or use average. It is your choice. I will not force it anymore. I have faith that you have enough base hit points now to get you through and not be taken out by a small cat. Which is very possible.
I don't know.
Still remember 3.5e. It was very possible to make yourself a wizard with low constitution that like a pigeon or a cat would deal 1 damage and just down you go. It was
Jeez.
back when wizards had D4 as health dice.
That's horrific.
So you get to go to level 6. I believe for you, you get more of your path features.
Yes.
Which
can I get
we can
Xenophars,
go through
please?
Xenophars. Do you want to grab Xenophars quickly?
Xenophar.
Your D12, would you like to roll it or take an average of 7?
Oh no, I take average. I can't.
Take an average of 7.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Blue.
I can't afford to not take average.
There you can take your average as well. That's the 6th level. I'm assuming you're going Bard again,
Yeah.
probably.
Although,
What do you?
no, but
Which, again, for you is a couple of things. I think you get Counter Charm, and I think you get a path feature, which is double attack.
Yay!
Exactly. So you can now attack twice.
boom shakalaka.
This
And
is so cool.
Theren,
Yes.
Ooh.
decision still stands.
Oh,
You have the
I'm
two
gonna
figures.
take the average hit points.
Average hit points,
for,
yeah, that's
for
fine.
who?
Yeah.
But who are you following?
Yeah, who are you
have
following?
the shouting member of the order telling you to get back to training,
That
and
will
you
also
have
affect your health.
this more charismatic figure calling you over.
I have a sort of out of game mechanics question.
Oh.
Are you asking me if I'm going to choose a warlock level or a paladin level?
I'm
here?
trying to put a bit of spin on it, yes,
Yeah.
but yes, I am essentially. What would Theren do?
Well, David's plan and Theren's plan are two very different things.
Well, that's why I'm asking.
Don't make it easy
I'm
for you.
so glad I had that talk.
See, if it was a moral chat, this would be an easy shut and dry thing. Cut and dry. I don't know.
Boo.
It depends on what this decision entails. Is it for the plot, or is it literally just my next level up?
Just choose neither and set level 5 before we...
Yes, I'm asking you what level you're going to take. You know as full as well, regardless of the choice you make, it'll have an impact on the plot. But it is your choice. So I'm not going to railroad you at all.
Okay. Hold on.
So, Blue, I think you get a couple of spells. You can work them out in a bit. I'm not going to make you choose your spells just yet. That's fine.
You clocked everything I get, yeah.
Aubrey, you just get stuff, which is good.
I can swim now.
The three of you wake up, slightly hungover, but still well rested. The bar already beginning to wake up. You can see various members are coming in for large breakfasts. You can see food is being served on large plates. You're called over. You're very eagerly given food as a celebration for saving Valdra. You've got the smells hit you first. Very, very strong herb smells of mushrooms, various meats, various dried elements. No wheats, no grains, nothing like that, but still very tasty. Think about a very sort of meat-heavy breakfast as you're fed. Eventually, in the morning, Bayla makes her way back in. You can see she's actually aided by a small walking stick. Again, a very ably wrought, finely constructed, that almost seems to like the wood crawls from the ground and wraps its way around her hand as she walks in. She sort of nods and calls the three of you over to a table and sits you down. Thank you again. I have a proposition for you.
Please.
The passageway out of Mount Arnhem is a secret. It is a closely guarded passage that and I'm sure you will understand, as part of my duties to this clan and keeping it safe, is I cannot just give that information freely, whilst the three of you have very ably aided us, and I do not question your character. Knowledge like that getting out could lead to, well,
disaster.
We do not guard from above, we guard the below. That is just the way of things here. The Durgar that attacked, they have a city far below, and I do not ask you to go there, it would be suicide, but they stole from us a couple of months ago. We were moving several artifacts from one of our warehouses to the main halls, and we were ambushed halfway, almost as if they knew we were coming. It was brutal. But one artifact in particular was taken. Your arrival, asking for an artifact, I believe is no coincidence. I prayed last night to Zana, the All-Father. I believe this is no coincidence in timing. I ask that you go and retrieve the artifact. I do not believe that it has been taken to the city. We found this artifact about 10 years ago in an abandoned temple. Not below the city, but to the side, down a couple of days' travel from here. We took it with us, but it had this sense of purpose. Nobody could ever fathom it, so nobody could understand it. We brought it here, we looked at it for a while, but it just didn't, nothing Nothing made sense. We were moving it to the Great Hall. We were going to run some more tests and appraise it further when the Durgar attacked. Our scouts tell us they brought it back to the temple. What they are doing with it, we're not sure, but it is powerful. I would send our own men, but we are, being honest, down on numbers. The raids have recently led to multiple members being injured. Our fighters are stretched thin as they are. I would not willingly risk the lives of our dwarves, and I mean this as no disrespect to the three of you, more that you are
expendable.
Looking for an artifact.
We are.
I don't believe this is coincidence. If you were willing to go and investigate, I would be willing to show you the way out. I believe it is a risk, but one that would be worth taking. The artifact, whatever it is, if it's something that you need, something that's brought you here, I ask that you take it away. I do not believe keeping it here is safe. The Durgar's attacks have certainly increased since we held it, and I don't believe that leaving it in their hands would be the right thing to do. Whatever plan they would have with it would be nefarious at best.
What is it?
A book.
Did you read it?
No,
Did anyone?
nobody can open it. There are definite pages. There's information in the book. The divination magic that we use told us that much, but nobody could read it. It seems like it was locked somehow.
Fucking tiefling. He said we'd know it. Of course it's that. What else is it going to be?
It's unlikely to be a bird in a cage, is it?
Now that's probably worth something.
Yeah. What do you know? What the temple? Who the temple's dedicated to at all? You just said it was a lost temple or an old temple.
Yes. An old god, a forgotten god. Have you heard of Baluba?
Crazy eye guy was talking about.
Really?
Elephant god.
He was,
Oh.
yes.
Shit.
God.
I was not paying attention to that bit.
Yes. It just gets better and better, doesn't it? Alright.
I'm afraid I'm not entirely sure
Oh no.
what creature Baluba is represented, but an elephant would be a close fit. It is an old god, a god of memory, but of story and of fate. A god that has fallen out of purpose. A god that used to take the lives of us mortal folk and wrap into greater plots of which we have no control.
An evil or good or just
Generic.
malevolent?
Okay.
That is a good
Generic
question.
god.
Would you say that something that is aware of a greater purpose that you cannot understand is evil or good?
Don't think you can.
I'd say it's neither.
It is old.
Right. I sincerely doubt that either of my companions is going to argue against this.
No, it sounds like the course of action to take.
Then we'll do it. But going into this level of danger, we need whatever you can provide us to get us there safely.
We can pay a little, but we would appreciate the help in,
No. I understand.
provisions and stuff.
Yes.
I cannot commit any of my dwarves into the temple.
No,
We're
but
not asking for your
no lives.
I can escort you there and have them protect the outside to make sure that nobody comes in after you.
That would be helpful.
Voldra herself has actually volunteered herself and one of her companions. They will escort you down. Voldra is actually a fairly experienced ranger of ours, or scout. Is why she was. It was a shocking sight to see her captured as she was. She was a great loss. Having her here is given us a new lease of life in that regard.
Hopefully this will bring her confidence back.
Well, exactly.
Kick ass with us guys.
There's another thing.
Please.
We found this on the Duragar, and I reach out and take out the bag of the 4 mithril ingots and hold them out. To Valdra said that these were taken from you. It's only right they be returned.
Clank, 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 clank.
Yeah, she sort of takes them, looks at them. We'd actually written these off. Would you believe it? It's gone. Thank you for returning. That was incredibly honest. She sort of puts them back in the bag and hands it to you. Consider it payment for your services.
They belong
Thank
to
you.
Thank you, Theren, but it's easier to give something that has already been lost.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Also, is there any way we can offload a lot of this armour that we took from them? I think you'll have more use of it than we will lugging it around.
Yes, we have many smiths. Shall I send one of them up to appraise your goods?
Please.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Yes.
Also, I would be interested, probably not something you guys come across, but a metal that is lighter than air, but in its own alloy, in its raw state. I'd be interested in talking to someone about that if you've ever come across it.
Okay, I will ask.
Yeah.
And she goes into some detail to try and understand what you mean by sky iron and that
Yeah,
sort
I
of
doubt
stuff.
I've come across it.
Yeah, hey, they might have heard of Amble
And she
Grounds.
leaves. About half an hour later, this time a much younger but a huge dwarf, incredibly stocky, but this time with a shocking white hair that comes up, big scruffy locks. You can see almost like a perm of some kind with
Yes.
a big large beard that comes down. His apron barely covering his chest, but really strong trousers.
Amazing chest ahead.
Andre.
Yeah.
That's not even what
Sorry,
I'm going
it's a Dark Souls
Ah.
reference, and you nailed it.
for. He comes in.
So he's human.
He's like, right, what you got?
Do either of you want anything that's left of this before I...
Right.
Right, okay. Here you go. The 4 scale pieces, taken from Dorogar. Sorry about the mess. 1 chainmail.
Hey.
Fantastic.
I was
So,
just
keep mine.
reaching in. 6 shields. Here's a hammer, 2 picks, and maybe these rations are going to be more useful to you than they will to us.
You're going to have to repeat
the
all
Dogo
of that.
rations are procedurally thrown out, but they tend to store it.
We can
You
stock up another Russian.
are given, so we can write this
Yeah.
off. You are put to full torches. You're given full rations again, effectively, so you, as much as your
10
bags can
days.
carry. And actually, I mean, the bag of holding has an extent, but rations can only last so long.
Yeah.
How many days worth of rations do you normally have? 10 days.
I put down 10 just
5.
now.
I have Explorer's Pack.
Yeah.
What does it say?
It comes with 10, doesn't it?
That's what I thought.
I
it
think.
was.
So we'll go for
okay.
10 for now.
Yeah,
We won't change that too much. But,
so 10 torches.
so we had a hand axe. We
Yeah.
had...
1... no, we didn't have a hand axe. Blue's taken that.
Please take that. What have we got?
1 hammer,
Yep.
2 picks,
Yep.
6 shields,
Yep.
1 chainmail.
And all the shields are on a different page. You just get that. Oh yeah, cool. So for the weapons, they'll swap those for about 15 gold.
Okay.
For the shields, how many shields?
6.
6. He'll give you about 40 gold for those.
Aw.
Okay, thank you. 1 chainmail.
And chainmail. It should be pointed out that Volger would have given you her chainmail back when you
2
arrived at
then.
the door.
2 chainmail. Has she given me
Yeah.
back the weapons as well, or is she keeping those?
The weapons I've
Hammer.
added that in. That's fine. The chainmail.
Yeah, so
the
it would be
base sets.
3 hammers then.
Oh, we've
instead
got
of-
it.
yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
So the
2
so
chainmail.
the chainmail will be 100 gold.
Yeah.
And what else?
4 scale.
For scale, 150 gold.
Hang on, did you want the scale?
Could I have one of them? Would it be possible to refit one of these on me, do you think? I've got cockney.
Yes, we will go and do that in a second.
Okay.
So this scale mail is
So-
fitted the dwarves. It would take substantial changes, aka buying a new set just in terms of the mechanics to do it. But you've just been given all that. How much gold have you marked off?
Sorry, what did you say for the scale mail? So we're
150
doing
for all four.
It makes
Four.
sense. Sell them all.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I have
Easy,
250, 305 gold.
305. Now, whilst the smith is there, he will appraise some things for you, if you like. He takes a look at the art objects
Yep.
that you've got. So the gold ring, the brass mug, 2 silver necklaces, and the gold bird cage.
Yep.
And he offers you 250 gold for each.
For each?
They are expensive art objects, so that's a total of 1,250.
Then, as far as I'm concerned, you can have all of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So mark them off.
Fucking hell. Aubrey says from the back.
And the bars of mithril, he will tell you that he would be willing to buy back as a gift, in services for your work. But they have a value of 1,000 gold each, and you've got 4 bars.
What is mithril?
Mithril, it's a very rare metal that we use. It's incredibly strong and incredibly light. We use it to make armors out of it. Our lighter folk, our more nimble folk of our warriors who can't hold the iron and the steel of regular armor, we can make heavy armor out of it, medium armor out of it, with no penalty to stealth, no penalty to strength if you're not strong enough to hold it. It's a very good way of making sure that people are safe. I can use this mithril to make armor, but it would be added effectively to armor that you've got. So services that we could do. If you're willing to stay for a day before you go, I can easily make up armor for you. The mithril, essentially, with 4 bars, he can turn a set of armor into a set of mithril armor. If it was medium armor, it would take a bar, and if it was heavy armor, it would take 2 bars. But it would take longer. It would take about a week's worth of work to get the mithril worked into the metal.
Maybe we keep it, take it back to Fulgrim.
Yeah.
I'll be, replacing this armor. No point in being upgraded.
Could I buy some armor? Maybe
Yes, I
some
think you do.
scale mail.
So Theren's got the pot money. If you want to split that out
Hold
before
on,
anybody
hold
can
on.
get to it.
Hold on.
Who's doing it?
I've just worked out how much we have in total, including some other stuff that was looted, and now I have to.
We could.
Yes, exactly. This is a little bit of a shopping bit. Last
week
we've
it's good to have it. We've not had it.
About.
We know what's upcoming, and it's not going to be easy. So
What's
we're
that,
going to
a
be
temple
very careful.
below ground?
To an old god.
1, 2, 3,
Oh, he's
4 all again.
nice try.
Fuck's sake.
Ryan gets it. Ryan
Oh my god!
That's 4
fours in a
fours.
row. Just add a gold twice.
There we go. You get it.
Right.
There.
So 527, 527, 528
527.
gold.
20, yep.
527 gold each, split out from that big pot. There you go.
God damn.
You guys have got some serious money now.
Yeah.
Just for the audience, because it's difficult sometimes to track this sort of stuff. What roughly have you got? Do you
Working
think?
on it.
Working on it.
Well,
Oh,
I've got
816 gold.
816 gold. But what about your platinum? You've got platinum
Oh,
as well,
31.
right?
Yeah, 31.
31. So you're worth about 1,100 gold.
I'm very worth it.
Fantastic. Blue, similar amount, I'd imagine.
a little less. I spent a lot on magical components and things.
That's true.
And I didn't win so many tournaments.
I gave that to someone else.
Oh yeah, you did. You bought pies.
No,
I'm joking.
I think the technical term is I'm sorry, pies.
It's a very
Apology
specific
pies.
Pies. Fantastic.
We've all been there.
And Theren, how much have you got?
About 730.
All right, Aubrey, you've order. Very good.
I might.
So, looking at, let's break your player's handbook. Sorry. So, in terms of the armor they will do, Luckily for you, they are not dealing in leather armour, they are dealing in metal-worked armour because these are dwarves. But that's kind of what the three of you use, apart from Aubrey, who you can use armour.
I can.
But you just have to make sure that the armour gives you a better bonus
Than my
than the
dexterity. Yeah.
+3 constitution that you'd lose
Yeah.
if you swapped it out.
Exactly.
effectively.
I'm good with this.
But Blue, you can wear medium armour, right?
Right, yeah.
So you could buy half-plate armour for 750 gold or breastplate for 400 gold. Breastplate gives you advantage of the stealth, not having to use stealth. You use a stealth disadvantage effectively, whereas breastplate, it does give you disadvantage to stealth, but it does have 15 plus your dex rather than 14 plus your dex.
I think I can just about buy half plate.
Yeah?
But
If you can't, I will lend you mine.
would you be, you guys, I mean, it's an investment. I was kind of saving some of this cash
I think you should.
You should absolutely
You
get
should
it.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I didn't hesitate when I could buy new armour.
okay, that's okay. I will make sure I can afford it, and then I will buy some.
What are you going for, sorry?
So half-plate armour for... Okay, great.
Cool.
Theren, is your armour okay? Are you tempted by plate armour?
is it
Can you afford
okay?
plate armour? Not quite.
Is he going to give me a discount on plate armour?
No.
I mean, you've got 4 bars of mithril. That's worth 4,000 gold. You know, one of those.
I mean, we're quite a loud crew.
You are quite clunky.
Do we really need to worry about stuff?
No, he means if we sell the mithril, I can have plate.
I know, but, you know, alternative is we keep mithril, get back to Falgrim, and spend a week making armour for you that's super light, so you know, you don't have that negation to being stealthy. But then again, are we a stealthy crew? Right now,
1 bar of mithril is how much?
1,000.
1,000 gold.
It's not just my decision, but if we sell one of them, I have enough.
Aubrey, you.
Go for it.
Are you sure?
Yeah?
Are you certain?
This makes it a harder challenge to kill you.
Shouldn't you want me not to buy it then?
I
But
say no
words back in the ring, bitch.
Perfect. So
If
is
I
that...
give you 1 bar of mithril and 250 gold, can you make me plate armour?
So plate armour is 1,500.
Then I will give you 500 gold.
Yeah, he would. Yes.
I have-
Easily. He's very happily, like, with such a large order for the two of you, like, he would be willing to give you 100 gold in total discount. You could split it 50-50 between you for such a large order.
I have an additional request.
Yeah.
With the armour, do you have someone, a seamster or a seamstress?
What do you mean? What are you after?
I would like a black tabard.
Nice.
Black tabard. We could probably do something like that, but it would... yeah, we could do that for 5 gold.
And on the tabard on both sides, I want a golden sun with a sword going through the middle of it.
We can do that. Yeah, that's fine. I'll put the order in. It's fabrics are not my jurisdiction. But yeah, for 5 gold. We could probably get that done by the time the plate armor was finished.
And my shield, can you change that?
What are you looking to have done?
Theren shield is kind of just like a wood embossed with metal, isn't it?
You can have a very nice shield. For another 10 gold,
Yeah.
you can have a beautiful metal shield made up.
Right. What I would like is a thick metal shield, silver, the surface painted black with the same symbol on it.
Perfect. Easily enough done. So, mark off a mithril bar.
Yep.
565 gold.
Okay.
Now, Aubrey, your AC is 15, which
Yes.
is your +2 dexterity and your +3
Yeah.
constitution.
Yeah,
Now,
that's what I'm looking up.
you can wear light or medium armour as a barbarian. You can still do everything as you want. It's just you can't rage in heavy armor.
Yes, that's
So
what
for
I was
instance, if you wore half plate, which gives you 15 plus your
Plus
dex
6,
modifier,
yeah.
you would have more AC than you do at the moment. You don't have to.
That's why I was just looking up.
It's investment.
There you go. There's the things.
Oh, you got
So
it. Sweet, I've got it on my
750
thing.
for half plate, 400 for breastplate. If you're going to do the investment
be
now,
it.
this would be a good
This
time.
is a good time for it.
He's gonna have the plate with this order symbol on the front. He's got it on the shield as well.
Nice.
Blue, can you use shields?
No.
No.
If
I can
only.
use shields.
I mean, I could take it. No.
You can use shields.
I know.
It's always an option.
Yeah, but I can't use my two-handed great axe.
No, but you could use a one-handed weapon.
No.
So just to confirm, you just gave me 527 gold pieces.
That is correct.
I had 33 from previous. I have 670 silver pieces, which I'll convert to citizen. So, and then I've got 18 platinum pieces, which is 180.
I trust you to mark it down.
Yeah.
But you're buying half plate.
I am.
You're buying full plate, a new
Yes.
shield, and a tabard.
Is it fine for me to mix pain gold and platinum?
Yeah, as long as you are honestly marking it off, you've
Yeah.
marked off the mithril
Yeah,
bar.
so it's 10 platinum for 100 gold, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, it's 1 to 10.
You know what?
Right.
We-
Yeah, that's fine.
You know what? I've been hit so many times. Fuck it, half plate.
Half plate armor for Aubrey.
Nice.
So the order is made.
We'll
The-
wait before we.
The smith will effectively, he just like is shaking your hands by the end of it. Promises you the finest, the finest in Goldspire, equipment. It's actually, he shows you samples. He gets his assistants to be bringing up bits of plate armor that like the occasional rivet that might be put into the larger thing. They're beautifully made. It's light, thin metal. It's probably a good 20% lighter than the metal that you've seen in other places.
Can I request just an arm of it so I can just swing back or and see how it works at it?
No. No, they will look at you and go, no! No. He takes a look at the sword. As you do that, it's a beautiful sword.
Thank you.
Would you mind?
You won't enjoy touching it, but
I'm sorry.
He sort of
Excuse me.
holds his hand up,
it is magical. It's designed to be used by me and no one else.
takes it and... Oh yeah. My mistake. Are you sure you don't want another sword?
No, that one is fine.
We've got plenty. We have some of our more skilled artisans actually create magic weapons if you want to use one of those.
I am absolutely certain that they are of the highest quality, but I've sworn to use this until a certain enemy is vanquished.
Alright, yeah, fair enough. Fine.
You guys done with regards to?
There's only one thing for flavour, so my great axe has a notch in it from when I hit it from something earlier.
He will easily, for the price of everything in, he will sharpen your weapons. He'll offer to do backlog, but you're like,
Yeah.
no.
It's
No,
all
that's fine.
He'll sharpen all of your shoulders.
I'm just more like, phew. Okay, no
Just
longer
for
have a
brevity,
notch in it.
we're going to cut it down.
Yeah, yeah.
So basically,
Perfect.
you are given one more day to wait around effectively while the armors are made for you.
So what you're saying to me right now is that I have plate mail.
Yes. Yes! You have plate.
Best day ever! Yes! Daddy will be so pleased.
Neighbours.
Oh, I just want to take
Just double check something.
Uh-oh, no, take it away from you.
Pause. No. There is one thing that he does say, and at some point when he mentions it, he will get Aubrey's attention at some point, no doubt.
If he says the word amble crowns, I'm just gonna cry.
For the price of a mithril bar, he would upgrade a weapon to a +1 weapon.
Well, that sounds like an awesome thing to do. I will happily take this. No need, boys, I will get there. Please. You have my axe.
Do you want a mithril bar to...
Yeah.
I've already made... Oh, can I have one?
as long as Blue is also fine with it.
Yeah.
Done.
And yourself, would you like one too?
We only have 2 left.
Not for now. I would like to talk to you in separate after these guys have finished. But no, I'm good.
Okay. Right, fair enough. Well, I best be getting to work. We'll have a chat in a bit.
Yep.
We'll do that. So mark that for a bar off.
Yeah.
And at the end of this,
Yeah, it's
you
already
have
done.
a +1
Already added.
great axe.
Yay.
So,
Buy a new weapon or anything.
we're going to call it there because
Yay.
we've overrun slightly. Thank you very much for watching. We have to have a little chopping episode every
This
now and
is
then.
excellent.
A little level up episode as well. Make sure you just have to think about your spells. You can get to trade one, both of you. You can forget a spell, learn a new one if you need to, even if you haven't got any more spells. Do you have an answer for me yet?
Come on.
Are you going Paladin or Warlock?
Paladin.
Paladin.
He goes
Okay.
towards order.
We will pick that back up next time. So, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!